hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Morano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Morano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the ultimate showdown. Your property versus the world. You need a strong defense to protect your home turf. And that's where Reliable the Fence people come in. We're your MVP for blocking out nosy neighbors and wandering wildlife and keeping your pets and kids safe and secure. Reliable's fences stand tall, strong, and who would have thought, reliable. We've been in business for over 70 years, providing New England with high-quality fences and expert installations at unbeatable prices. So don't let your property get flagged for being out of bounds. If you've been thinking about getting a new fence or simply replacing what you have now, take advantage of our awesome Spring into Savings sale and save 20%. Visit us at reliablefencing.com. That's reliable, FENCING.com, and get big savings on a quality fence. Reliable the Fence people, New England's first line of defense for over 70 years. You can count on it.
Hear that? It's Springfest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save $1,000 in your first year over Verizon and AT&T. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus 1 unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus 1 unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Good evening, Red Sox fans, and welcome back. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Nice to have you with us here tonight. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Alex Cora spoke with WEEI Afternoons, Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens, and Ted Johnson earlier today, and here that is.
Alex, it's been a little bit of a bumpy start to the season, but I guess you got some good news today with the Christian Campbell contract extension. How good does it see the organization investing in a young player like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a unique athlete, a unique player, excited about his future, and they work hard during spring training and obviously the first few days of the season to get it done. And everybody's excited. Yesterday we had a team function, team dinner. We were planning on doing that on the off day, regardless of if we're 5-0, 4-0-5, whatever. It's the off day, no families around, and we celebrated with the kid. Actually he picked up part of the tab, which is amazing.
That's like almost in the NFL when they make the rookies pick up the tabs on those deals as well, Alex. So it's nice to know that you guys went out for a little team bonding dinner as well, because obviously, like we said, rocky start to the season as well. And Rafael Devers and his struggles have been, paramount to everything else and one of the bigger stories for the Sox in baseball. So now that you've had a chance to pull back and take a look at it, What do you think really has been at the core of Devers' struggles, and are you worried about him long term?
Well, this is only 5 games, right? That's the reality of it. Is he striking out at high rate? Yeah, that's the reality of it. He's been swinging the strikes. I think he chased against Nate early on, but besides that, he's actually swinging the strikes, swinging amazing in the zone. That's not perfect. There was a swing against Bautista in his last at bat that he was a little bit more on time, but I think that this notion of Rafi, people want Rafi to pull the ball, and as you guys know, Rafi's not a pull hitter. Rafi makes his living hitting the ball to left center. And after that foul ball, he ended up with a walk. I was like, you know what? That's a positive. Out of all the negatives that has happened, that's a positive. He stayed on the pitch. He was behind on the pitch. He tried to drive it that way. And hopefully today is the day that he gets back to that. In batting practice, he's doing a good job. He's staying on pitches, but not during the game. And I think I always say he's only a line drive to left field to get it going again, and hopefully it's tonight against Eflin.
Is there any concern that this has anything to do with the fact that he's not playing in the field? We've taken a lot of calls that people are like, he's thinking too much. He needs to get out in the field. That's part of his game. Any concern that this is related to that?
No. There's more mechanics, and he's in a bad spot mechanically, and he's been grinding through it. Just not the start that we wanted and the start that he wants, but it's not related to the DH. I think he was very vocal in Texas. They brought up the subject, and he's like, "Hey man, let's turn the page on that because my swing and miss doesn't have to do with that." So we're helping him with everything. It's a new routine. We know that. But whoever thinks that not playing defense equals swing and missing, I disagree with that. I think it's more about the individual and the things that we have to do to get back locked in.
Does this tie back into he got sort of the late start to the spring and it was pushed back a couple times? Does he just need time in at bats now?
I can say that and use it as an excuse, but I won't do it because our right fielder right now is one of the best hitters in the league, and he didn't have too many at bats in the big field, right? The way I explain it, right? Like you get two at bats in the exhibition game, but they were getting 9 the next day. Was it against AA, AAA, big leaguers? All depends a day, but they were getting plenty of at bats in the backfields. Obviously, the adrenaline, the third deck and the lights are different, right? When it starts here, but I think as the repetitions and the at bats to get ready for the season, he was in a good spot.
Red Sox manager Alex Cora joins Andy Hart and Nick Fitzy-Stevens here on WEEI Afternoons. So, Alex, when somebody is prominent and as powerful as Rafi Devers struggles, sometimes you wonder if like a team-wide malaise could set in, or maybe everybody else would really try extra hard to pick him up. Could that possibly explain maybe just some of the overall offensive struggles and the fact that the team has struck out a bit too much, coming off of what seemed like a very positive and productive spring training in Florida?
Yeah, it was good, but this is different, and I think Nate did a good job spinning the ball against us. DeGrom was a different game plan for him, right? He spun the ball, so it's on us recognize when things are changing during the game. We have to make adjustments. We've been behind in the count a lot, and as you guys know, when I got here in 18, the two things that I said right away in the press conference was like hunt pitches early in the zone and do damage, right? And sometimes you get caught up on like, well, we got to take pitches, we got to do this, we got to do that because we're not scoring runs, and we should do it the other way around, right? Like if they're attacking us, let it eat, right? Hit the ball hard. That's the most important thing. We've been struggling against fastballs, which is a little bit different than what I expected, and right now there's some guys hitting outside. Jeremy is here, Trevor is here, Casas, Campbell. They're preparing. We just have to execute. And honestly, I think everybody knows that we will hit. It's just a matter of time. And hopefully it's today. Come here, win tonight, win the series tomorrow, go home, have a great weekend, and get the season rolling at home.
It's funny, when we talked to you a week ago, we were talking about the excitement and the buzz of spring training and everything building and the energy. And it's like, 5 games later, you're 1-4. And 5 games, honestly, you could have won, right? You're a couple hits away, 1 or 2 hits, key hits in each of those games. It's not like you're getting smoked. But is this the reality of Major League Baseball? Is this the reality of baseball in general, life in Boston? Like, you were feeling so good a week ago. Now we talk to you and your team's a little bit down in the doldrums. Is that even keel you need to keep the players on?
You got to be consistent in your preparation. Don't get caught up on the highs and lows of the season. Losing 4 straight sucks. That's the reality of it, right? But if you start getting caught up on the results and you forget about the process, right, and how to do your thing, like you've been doing it your whole career as a player, as a manager, as a coach, we have to be consistent. And so far, we've been working the right way. It's just a matter of the results start happening for us.
Alex, as the Sox have struggled offensively, meanwhile, down 995, the evil empire of the AL East has gotten off to quite a hot start offensively, and the torpedo bats have been one of the big storylines of the start of the season as well. So will there be a big shipment of some oddly shaped bats making their way to Fenway on Friday, and how do you feel about them?
I don't know, but I mean, business-wise, whoever came up with that, I think there were torpedo bats back in the day, Easton's, right? But whoever came up with that, and it's making those bats, it's making a lot of money, because I bet there's a lot of players right now calling their agents and ordering bats, and that's the reality of it. I actually, I have read about it. We have talked about it. I think Alex has one now, or he ordered one, and we'll see what happens. But I think at the end of the day, it's big leaguers doing their thing, right? Pitches in the middle of the plate, putting good swings on it. And like you said, they got to a hot start. They did.
We touched on the Campbell extension, but you had a much bigger contract extension earlier this week. Garrett Crochet gets locked up for 6 years. He actually was on the mound for the only game you guys won so far this season. How important was it to get that done? I know there were questions about he didn't want to negotiate during the year, and then we wake up and find out he's going to be your ace for the next 6 years. How important was that?
I think it's important for the organization. We've been talking about adding pitching and having that ace, that guy every 5 days that, he's going to extend winning streaks and he's going to stop losing streaks, right? And he's a presence. I don't know if you guys have been around him, but when he's a big dude that, has a quote unquote killer mentality on the mound, I think in the first game, actually, he was a little bit hesitant. He didn't want to get caught up in the whole opening day thing, and the stuff was a little bit down. I expect the other side today, and I'm very happy. He's a great teammate too. He's there with Tanner and with Walker and leading the charge of the starters. And I think the city of Boston are going to enjoy his career with the Red Sox.
All right, Alex, we'll talk to you next week. Enjoy the week.
Thank you, guys. Be well.
That was manager Alex Cora with the WEEI Afternoon Show. Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens, and, of course, Ted Johnson. By the way, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI with so much love. You won't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. We'll take a look at the scoreboards. We'll have your starting lineup and, of course, your lock of the game. That's all coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Morano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Morano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sitting in the driver's seat of the all-new Nissan Kicks is like the best seat in the house. You're in the action. And with the all-new Nissan Kicks all-wheel drive, you can go find the best views. And with the 10-speaker Bose Personal Plus audio system, you can hear everything. Your new wheels await. Reimagine your ride with the reimagined all-new Nissan Kicks.
Now, Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting manufacturer-suggested retail price under $30,000. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer-suggested retail price, MSRP, for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. Being your neighbor helps Arbella provide you the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
Hold that, sir. There's no time for pickleball because you're going to want to hear this. Noom now has GLP-1s. No way! Oh, yes way, Fred. Psychology and meds. That's how Noom helps you lose the weight and keep it off.
That's really smart.
Oh, Danny, it's Noom smart. And they start at just $149 and they're shipped to your door in 7 days. Holy smokes, that's fast! But not as fast as my service game. Hey, who's ready to get pickled?
Get started with Noom GLP-1 today. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, everybody. It's Brian Green from the Commercial Break Podcast. It's likely you've heard of the show if you're directly related to me or you follow our MySpace page. But I'm not here to talk to those 3 listeners. I'm here to appeal to people who haven't heard the show. Along with my co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley, we're taking a deeper look at the topics that are affecting our youth today. Like, who are the people who are dating ghosts? Where did all these pickup artists come from? And why doesn't my preacher have a nicer private jet? We understand that these are the issues you really want to get to the bottom of. The Commercial Break is now available on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats
Town Fair Tire. Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Red Sox and the Orioles about to get underway here. Garrett Crochet and Zach Eflin, your pitching matchup. And it's time for today's starting lineups brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Leading off for the Red Sox in left field is Jaron Duran. He'll be followed by the beleaguered Rafael Devers DHing and batting second. After that, Alex Bregman at third. Tristan Casas batting cleanup at first, followed by Trevor Story at short. Willie Abreu in right field. Christian Campbell in his new contract will bat seventh and play second base. Connor Wong will do the catching, and Ceddanne Rafaela will patrol center field behind the starter Garrett Crochet. On the Baltimore side, it'll be Jordan Westberg leading off at second base. Adley Rutschman, your DH in the 2-hole. Tyler O'Neill, who the Red Sox have not retired yet, will get the start in right field and bat third, followed by Ryan Mountcastle, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. He'll be followed by Ramon Laureano in left. Gary Sanchez doing the catching, old friend there. Ramon Urias will be your third baseman batting seventh, followed by Jorge Mateo at short. And Cedric Mullins, who had a couple of big hits for the Orioles in Monday's game. He'll be in center field behind the starter, Zach Eflin. Time for a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Some finals to tell you about already here today. The Brewers came away with a 3-2 win over the Kansas City Royals. It took 11 innings for that to happen. The Pittsburgh Pirates doubled up the Rays, 4-2 your final score. Paul Skeens earned his first win of the year, pitching 7 shutout innings. The Texas Rangers edged the Reds with a 1-0 win. Josh Smith with the RBI double. Jack Leiter improves to 2-0 after pitching 5 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 hit. The Blue Jays with a 4-2 win over the Nationals. George Springer with a home run in that one. And the Cardinals got 3 home runs from their catcher, Ivan Herrera. They beat up on the Angels by a final score of 12-5. Some games in progress to tell you about. The Twins lead the White Sox 1-0 your score in the top of the 4th. Top 9 in Sacramento, I should say, where the Cubs lead the Athletics by a score of 10-2. Seiya Suzuki with 2 home runs in this one. The Giants with a 5-3 lead over the Astros in Houston. That game in the bottom of the 7th. Top 8 in San Diego. Padres lead the Guardians 5-1, and the Mariners with a 3-2 lead over the Tigers. That game in the top of the 9th inning, though, the Tigers threatening. They have the bases loaded with just 1 out, and they're through 5.5 as the Marlins lead the Mets 2-1 your score there in Miami. Still to come tonight, Rockies and Phillies get underway at 6:45 in Philadelphia, a 7:05 start time in the Bronx for the Yankees and D-backs, and the Dodgers and Braves will get underway at 8:38. One last thing to do, and that is to tell you about the Lock of the Game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com. Here's your Lock of the Game. Christian Campbell going to be picking up the tab at LP Steamers tonight. Either him or Garrett Crochet. One of the two. That is my prediction. I tried to make a prediction about what was going to happen in that last game against Jack Leiter, and it went horribly wrong. So I'm going to stick to fun stuff here until I get back on track, and also the Red Sox get back on track. Then we'll get back to serious predictions. I'm Christian Arcan. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Do not go anywhere. The Red Sox in action next, right here on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Shopping is hard. I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I buy my clothes the same place I buy my groceries. There's a better way. Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you. That was easy. Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone. Free shipping and returns. No subscription required. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Morano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Morano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save $1,000 in your first year over Verizon and AT&T. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus 1 unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus 1 unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
By Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Trey Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
on a cool and overcast Baltimore night. Welcome you to Camden Yards for Game 6 of the 2025 season, where this evening the Boston Red Sox visit the Orioles, and they've got big news on and off the field. Tonight, Garrett Crochet, the newly minted ace of the Sox, is on the mound. He'll be opposed by Zach Eflin. It's been a busy 48 hours for Craig Breslow. Signed 2 newcomers to the club to massive long-term extensions. We'll get to that in a minute. But as we welcome you to the broadcast booth here at Camden Yards, Will Middlebrooks, the on-field part of tonight. We'll start with that. Garrett Crochet, it's his first chance to be the stopper for this team, and boy, do they need a great start from him, and boy, do they really feel like they need a win.
You know, I didn't really imagine coming to this season being 6 games in and going, we need 7 scoreless. Just because the offense hadn't gotten going, it'll take a little pressure off of them, which they're going to feel that with their ace on the bump tonight.
So he is a newly minted man. Craig Breslow 2 days ago lined up an extension for Garrett Crochet. Today, it officially breaks that Christian Campbell is extended. And, well, look, the results between the lines matter more than anything else. But in the launching of a new direction of this franchise with Craig and John Henry and Tom Werner, huge investments made in 2 huge pieces.
Yeah, and 2 pieces that I think are going to play out these contracts, and we're going to look back and we're going to go, man, those are some really good deals for the team, at least. Maybe not for the players, but great job by Craig Breslow and his group getting that done and just taking a little bit of pressure off of these guys, and they can come in, just kind of get to work, play some ball.
So we'll get to Crochet when he takes them out. I mean, his contract is massive. The Red Sox are taking a gamble in some ways, and so is he. But as to Christian Campbell, the guy's played 5 major league games. He looks the part. And I think the sport of baseball is sort of unanimously saying that the Red Sox did a phenomenal job locking down one of the great young future stars of the sport.
Absolutely. I have seen, obviously there was spring training. It was a small sample size, but watching him improve in such a small amount of time defensively at second base. He's a fast learner. In game 1 of this series, he made a couple plays that we both looked at each other and went, we didn't know he could do that yet. Whether it was how he turned the double play, the reads he made on balls, and then just seeing the athleticism, his ability to go to the outfield and be a game changer there as well.
Well, as Ramon Vasquez brings out the lineup card that has Crochet as the starting pitcher, time now for the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuiltSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The umpires are waiting at home plate. And in just a moment, Zach Eflin will lead the Baltimore Orioles onto the field. And Will Middlebrooks, how about today's starting lineups?
Here's the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. For your Boston Red Sox, Jaron Duran leading off in left field. Raffy Devers at DH. Alex Bregman at third base. Tristan Casas back in the lineup at first. Trevor Story playing short. William Abreu in right. Christian Campbell smells like money, Will. That's a good feeling playing second base tonight for the Boston Red Sox. Connor Wong doing the catching, and Cedon Rafaela holding down center field. For the Baltimore Orioles, Jordan Westberg at second base, Adley Rutschman at DH, Tyler O'Neill in right, Ryan Mountcastle at first, Ramon Laureano in left, Gary Sanchez catching, Ramon Urias playing third base, Jorge Mateo at short, and Cedric Mullins in center field.
You know, you and I often talk about hunches and feelings. I'm looking down at Jarren Duran. I think he's going to have an absolutely monster game here tonight.
He was locked in game one. Seeing him shoot that left center gap 3 times, he hit 3 hard balls that way. That's everything for him.
Speed Report, speaking of Duran, is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. What do you think the mood is in the clubhouse today, Will? I mean, look, everyone is now, I think, in the world that you lived in the mid part of the second decade of the 21st century, where it's like the Red Sox ownership means business. If you play, you will get paid. I would imagine there's a real jump in that room today.
Yeah, and there's no panic. You go in and it's just like it felt game one and game two, and they're fine. They know how good they are. They look in the mirror and they know who they are. This baseball, man, the ebbs and flows of it can hurt sometimes, but it's going to get good here real soon.
So it'll be Duran, and then, of course, Rafi Devers and Alex Bregman. You've talked to so many people about Devers. We cannot avoid it, Will. He's off to a historically awful start for the Boston Red Sox. But the people around him and he himself, they feel like he's getting closer.
Yeah, just talking to some of the hitting guys, talking to his teammates and about how receptive he is to changes that need to be made, and him realizing he didn't have enough time. He didn't spend enough time taking at bats and working on his craft in spring training. It set him back, and he realizes that. And there's only one way to go from here, and it's up. I mean, 0 for 19 with 15 punchies. There's only one way to go, and you got to expect this not to last much longer.
You asked me the other day what my walk-up song would be, and this is it right here. Zach Eflin comes on to Mr. Brightside. It fires me up, and what will fire the Red Sox up? How do they counter this right-hander, Zach Eflin?
Well, they have some lefties that swing the bat very well against Eflin. Rafi hits 375 against them. Cedon Rafaela as a righty actually is 3 for 7. And then William Abreu, shocker, is 5 for 10 off the righty as well. Eflin was really good against righties in his last start. Didn't give up a hit to a righty, So expect these lefty bats to be very aggressive on those first pitch fastballs over the plate.
Now, this is the kind of day that makes you appreciate Fenway Park, because we're going to have about half the amount of people we had last night. But how does this song not get you jazzed up to do a ball game?
You know, the last time I heard this song, it was at the University of Michigan at the Big House. And that's their song they do going from the third to the fourth quarter. So not quite the same setting tonight here in Baltimore at Camden, but here we go.
Zach Eflin is ready to go, and so are we. It is such a pleasure to bring you Boston Red Sox baseball on the radio. Jarren Duran to lead it off, and I'm telling you,
you got a feeling. Little Black Eyed Peas, you got a feeling. All right, here we go.
Here is Duran into the left-handed box. The Red Sox in the road gray unis today. It is much cooler today than yesterday. Sort of an unseasonably warm opening day. So everybody in jackets and hats today as Duran digs into the box, and here is Zach Eflin. He winds, he throws, and Duran takes strike one on the outside corner. Dave Rackley is the home plate umpire. Edwin Moscoso at first, Tom Hanahan at second, and Chris Guccione is at third. Here's the pitch to Duran. That's fouled back. And by the way, Duran with the batting gloves out of his left back pocket, hopes to put those into place. He took a monster hack there. Devers, he's out on deck. Moscoso's got the jacket on, and Jarren will call for time. Eflin, second career opening day start 5 days ago in Toronto, and he was good. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. Did allow a home run that day. 0-2 to Duran. Swing and a miss. He got him. Man, that was nasty from Eflin. A curveball, and there's one away.
Yeah, that's it with Eflin. He can get nasty with 2 strikes. Good breaking ball there. He's going to use that cutter and his fastball to get ahead. He is 0-2, 1-2, just about more than anybody in baseball. Just a 3.5 walk percentage last year. He is going to be in the zone.
So here's Rafi. Gets a little love on the backside from Adley Rutschman as Raffy digs in. The pitch is swung on and missed. Another very late swing on a fastball at 92 and its 0-1. I thought that was kind of a quick pitch from Eflin.
It was. Snuck up on him. Definitely did.
Good idea with a struggling hitter. The 0-1 is outside. You have a feeling today about Raffy.
I do. You're giving my secrets away already. I text Will this morning. I said, hey, man, I know this is really weird, but I had a dream that Devers got 2 hits tonight.
Hey, will it into existence. The 1-1 is down and in 2-1.
I don't remember a lot of dreams. I really don't. And this was vivid. And seeing I single through the infield and then late in the game, a double to left center. There were 2 strikeouts as well.
If that happens, we're going to have a problem. 2-1 Devers with 1 down in the first inning. Eflin throws, and Raffy pops it up. Straight back. Will there be room? There will on the third base side. Here's Urias. He's there to make the play, and Raffy begins his year 0 for 20. And here comes Alex Bregman. For the Orioles, Mountcastle at first, Westberg at second, Jorge Mateo is the shortstop, Urias at third. O'Neill in right. He never played there for the Red Sox other than double switches with Mullins in center and Laureano in left. Pitch to Bregman is a fastball for a strike from the very nearly Red Sox pitcher, Zach Eflin.
Well, right field here is a little easier to play. I'll give you that.
Much shorter, more symmetrical as the 0-1 to Bregman misses, and it's 1-1.
Bregman with the big gash on his nose from the face plant on that attempted double play.
I don't know how he stayed in the game. The 1-1 is popped up into shallow left field, and circling around it to make the play is the Oriole left fielder Laureano, and the inning is over. We got going at 6:37, 57 degrees time and temp, brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. 3 up, 3 down for the Sox in the first. Garrett Crochet to the mound. Bottom 1 next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Morano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Morano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look for the WEEI Street Team in and around the park on opening day this Friday. Snap a pic with our opening day commemorative photo frame and scan the QR code to enter for your chance to win a Shaw's gift card. Brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 100 locations. So we sell Michelin tires for the guaranteed lowest price, like Michelin tires with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You're listening to the Shaw and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, we've got a feeling that Garrett Crochet's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Jordan Westberg. And we're underway in the bottom of the first. Crochet, a suddenly extraordinarily rich man, fires the next pitch, and it is 0-2. You have to wonder what's going through his mind. A 6-year, $170 million extension given to him by Craig Breslow and the Red Sox. The next one to Westberg quickly comes in, as is par for the course. It missed, and it's 1-2.
1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1
A meeting of the minds for that contract. The 1-2 gets Westing out of the way. I mean, Crochet, who is the opening day starter, has now made 33 starts in the major leagues and signs one of the richest contracts ever given out to a starting pitcher by the Red Sox. 2-2 is strike three called on the out corner. Starting to earn that big paycheck, and there's one away.
Well, he was inside that hole at bat. 97 in, 98 in, cutter at the back foot, cutter at the back foot, and then back foot cutter, or excuse me, back door cutter right there, which I haven't seen him use that on that side of the, that was filthy.
Truly one of the nastiest pitchers in the whole game. The swing, the strikeout percentage off the charts. Here's Adley Rutschman batting from the right side. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. This is what you want from Crochet today and overall. Tone setting, pace, velocity. The 0-1 popped up into right field. Abreu very gently back into his left, right in front of the warning track there to make the play. Garrett works so fast, he's not giving us any time to talk about what makes him so special.
Well, obviously, if you see the fastball, you light up the radar gun. Anytime you are from the left side with that big frame, that extension, all of a sudden 98 plays like 102. And now you're susceptible to all the off-speed because you have to almost think you're swinging at every pitch if you want to be on time.
There's Tyler O'Neill, who's red hot, and a fastball to him is right there. I mean, that's just absolutely painted for strike one.
And he's going to have to paint because Baltimore is the best in baseball against four-seamers so far this year, hitting .394 against the four-seamer.
They don't see many four-seamers like his. The 0-1 is popped foul on the first base side and out of play, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, they're just aggressive. They're right-handed batters. Even Adley, when he's batting right-handed, is very aggressive. So that first pitch, first strike of the at-bat will have to be spotted up.
Strike one so important against these O's. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Craig Breslow pays the man, and he pays it off.
Hey, maybe we do make that dinner reservation tonight.
3 up, 3 down. Yeah, La Scala, wait for us. We go to the second inning scoreless on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer Freak Up or Get Delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. Being your neighbor helps Arbella provide you the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tristan Casas to lead it off in the second. The pitch to him from Eflin is a strike on the outside corner. He might set a land speed record for pace of play here today. Both these guys in a huge hurry to get it home. The 0-1 to Casas is swung on and missed. Change up. And it is 0-2. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Crochet Punched out one in the first. The 0-2 is swung on and missed, and Casas begins the year in a huge rut. He is now 1 for 18 with 8 strikeouts. Will, everyone in Boston so focused on Rafi Devers, but Casas is really behind the 8 ball right now.
Oh, this guy too, Trevor Story. I mean, there's a handful of guys, and Devers has just kind of overshadowed all the struggles early.
So here's Trevor with one down, and the base is empty. The pitch is skied into left field. This thing is back. It is at the track. It is at the wall. Goodbye! Trevor Story launches to left field, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
Oh, that had to feel so good. Had to feel so good. Trevor's not been seeing it well. Got an elevated pitch right there and just jumped all over it. The aggression has been there. The swing and miss has also been there. Didn't miss this one. Great swing.
What a huge part of this season he needs to be for Boston. So much expectation and, frankly, pressure on him.
Of course.
Here's Wilyer Abreu as he takes strike on the outside corner. Wilyer's 7 for 11 with a couple home runs, 6 driven in and 5 walks. I mean, that is vintage Trevor Story right there. The 0-1 high in the air into right center field. O'Neill comes together with Mullins, and it is the center fielder Cedric Mullins to make the play. 2 down. Will, you have been in these spots. You've been in slumps. You have come into seasons with expectations. What does a swing like that feel like for Trevor Story?
Well, 2 things. It felt good because it was a sweeper, right? And it was on the outer half, and he just got around it and hooked it, but he was on time and found the sweet spot.
So here now is Christian Campbell. He drives one down the right field line. Trouble if fair, and it is. Why not? The new millionaire rounds first. He's into second. He just mints extra base hits, and he can do it all. It's a 2-out double, grinning ear to ear.
By the way,
why not?
I haven't seen him smile at all since spring training. He's always so serious and locked in on his work. Today he's been smiling nonstop, and I don't blame him.
Well, wouldn't you? Signed a big extension with the Red Sox, which feels like, based on the reactions of the industry, to be so friendly to the Red Sox, and Alex Bregman cannot stop laughing in the Red Sox dugout. Here's Connor Wong as a pitch misses inside 1. They love this kid, Will. And it's the same celebration that they had a little bit of last year, where he's spooning food into his mouth there after an extra base hit.
Like a Zeke Elliott, right? Feed me.
Feed the beast. The 1-0 is fouled back. He's going to be able to feed his and a lot of other children with the contract he signed today.
And the next couple generations of Campbells with that. That's awesome, man. And the beauty of that is watching his swing and his swing path. He took that out of the catcher's mitt. That's his swing path is in the zone so long that he's able to just miss a ball and hit it for a double.
So a run in on the Story home run. The 1-1 to Connor is strike. He couldn't hold up his swing. And it is 1-2. He's just an incredible talent, is Campbell. 8-year deal today with some options at the back end. Could be up to $100 million. The 1-2 to Wong, a little bit low. The curveball from Eflin, and it's 2-2. That line-to-line ability, he decides so late with his swing.
It allows him to see the ball so long, and that's why he has such good plate discipline.
1-0 Sox. 2 down in the second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Wong is now 1 for 17 to start the year. However, Story goes deep. Campbell doubles. Sox, after an inning and a half in Charm City, lead 1-0. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mom, what happens at the end of Goldilocks?
Well, the bears were too nice to kick Goldilocks out, but they wanted her to find her own place. So they told her about Redfin.
But I thought...
Redfin updates its listings every 2 minutes and gives personalized recommendations. So Goldilocks found something that was just right for her.
And lived happily ever after?
Yep, in a cute house by the beach. With no bears.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Equal Housing Opportunity, CADRE, number 01521930.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Saraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Saraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the following Cars Dealer of the Year recipients. Audi Burlington, Herb Chambers Infiniti of Westboro, Herb Chambers Lincoln of Norwood, Flagship Motor Cars of Linfield, Porsche Burlington, and Herb Chambers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat of Millbury. The Herb Chambers team is proud to be recognized for our legendary customer service. Thank you.
Baseball season is here, and that means one thing. It's time to fire up the grill and knock dinner out of the park with Hatfield Pork. Hatfield's marinated tenderloins and pork loin fillets have the home run flavor your whole family will love.
Whoa, that's a grand slam of goodness right there.
Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield Pork. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and to find a retailer near you.
Garrett Crochet, this is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Garrett Crochet is on the mound for the Red Sox with a lead. For the first time in his career, 1-0, and he yanked a fastball up and away from Ryan Mountcastle. Right-handed hitter, and it's 1-0. Crochet mowed him down in the first couple strikeouts. The guy who just has elite swing and miss stuff. The 1-0, high in the air into right field. Abreu back toward the corner in front of the warning track. Abreu is there to make the play, one away. Crochet is going to call Bank of America in a couple days and listen as they tell him his direct deposit in a couple of weeks, 6-year, $170 million extension. As Ramon Laureano digs in, here's the pitch. Fouled right back here. And well, we knew when the Red Sox gave up as many young talented players as they did, they wanted Crochet around for the long haul. It was a complicated discussion between team and player, but they found the right spot as Laureano takes down and in, 1-1.
Yeah, but, you know, watching Crochet with his teammates and how he talks about Boston, you can tell this is a place he wants to be. So getting that done.
1-1 is chopped toward third. Bregman comes in, plays the second up. Was that a foul ball? It must have been.
A little bit of a shin burger.
Not fun. Alex Bregman knows a thing or two these last couple days about pain.
Yes, he does. He's got to be one of the tougher guys coming into the season.
Wasn't it great how he's just giggling in the dugout after the Campbell double?
It's a good group. That's why there's no panic.
Not even a little. The 1-2 is outside. It's why, look, the next couple days feel momentous. The Red Sox want to go home to Fenway with some momentum before the home opener, but it's such a loaded team. The 2-2 is a check swing. Fastball up and in. He did not go around. It's 3-2. I just think the body language, the talent, the spring they have, they're not bothered at all. Red Sox lead 1-0 in the second, 3-2 with one down. Crochet throws. Line drive on a hop to second, past Campbell into the outfield. That's a base hit. Good swing from Laureano. And the Orioles have a one-out base runner.
Yeah, Laureano has always been a guy with quick hands and very good at going the other way. Campbell shaded up the middle just a touch, and this ball was hit hard. No chance to make a play on that one.
I can only imagine what hitters are thinking against Garrett Crochet as Gary Sanchez, longtime New York Yankee, digs in. Runner goes. Pitch is pop foul on the first base side. Laureano had that base stolen easily, but Sanchez did not let it go by. 0-1.
And that's as expected. The Baltimore Orioles know who's on the bump, right? And when you do get base runners early in innings, you got to get to scoring position because you're not going to get that many opportunities against a guy like Crochet.
Gary wears number 99 here. The Orioles in the black tops above white pants. Game 2 at Camden Yards for them. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Wow, was that nasty. A great changeup. And it is 0-2. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's and Star Market. Beef round roast or bottom round roast is $3.97 a pound. We need to get some pork on sale with Crochet on the mound.
Oink, right? By the way, he only threw one changeup in his last start. If
that
he can
one was
master
awesome.
that, oof.
0-2. Mariano leading. Casas holds him. He may go again. Long set. He will not go. The pitch is popped up on the infield. Foul side of first. Casas long run. He will get there and make the play. And they're 2 away. I thought that was a great job, Will, of Crochet just freezing the runner.
That's it. You don't always have to pick to control the running game. You use different looks. You have holds, and now with the beauty of the pitch clock, hey, as a base runner, sometimes you can time it out because 3, 2, 1, here it comes. But he took his sign early, so plenty of time to just stare him down.
Here's Ramon Urias, right-handed hitter, infield backed up. Campbell almost up the middle as Urias takes ball 1 outside. You faced a lot of aces in your life. What's the feeling in a dugout and in a clubhouse against a guy with this much pure stuff?
You just, like I said, you're not going to get many opportunities. So you get on early inning, you try to get to second base, and just a bloop and a blast make something happen.
Want to know the pitch is just inside, and it's 2-0. He works so quickly, does Crochet. I would imagine hitters feel like it gets on them in a hurry.
Yeah, you don't have time to think, right? Which might be a good thing against a guy like Crochet.
2 balls, no strikes. Red Sox lead 1-0, 2 down, a runner aboard. The pitch way high. Fastball that Crochet did not quite finish, and it's 3-0.
Kind of windy. It's one of those nights where it's chill in the air, and these guys have been pitching in Florida in the humidity, and they might not have good grip on the baseball. Something to pay attention to.
Great point. Infield plays Urias to pull. 3-0 pitch. That's way inside. He looks upset with himself, does Crochet. He'll keep that baseball, a 4-pitch walk. And here comes Jorge Mateo. It is such an ongoing adjustment for these players to adapt to cold conditions. 6 weeks in Florida, under the roof in Texas. Yes, 2 days ago, 80 degrees here in Baltimore. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch is inside. That was a ball at Cutter, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, that inner half, inner third, really, and off the plate to righties is where Crochet will live.
1-0. A little bit of a mini jam here with 2 down. The pitch popped up foul on the first base side. Casas, the first baseman. Campbell is at second. Story, the shortstop. He's homered. Bregman at third with Rafaela way over toward right center. He's the center fielder. Abreu in right. And Duran in left. 1-1 to Jorge Mateo. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Story circles around it. Goes the short way. That looked super smooth for Trevor. Amazing what a homer can do to anybody's confidence. Inning over. Crochet pitches out of a jam. We go to the 3rd inning. 1-0 Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Driver's seat of the all-new Nissan Kicks is like the best seat in the house. You're in the action. And with the all-new Nissan Kicks all-wheel drive, you can go find the best views. And with the 10-speaker Bose Personal Plus audio system, you can hear everything. Your new wheels await. Reimagine your ride with the reimagined all-new Nissan Kicks.
Now, Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting manufacturer-suggested retail price under $30,000. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer-suggested retail price, MSRP, for base models. MSRP excludes nation and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats
Town Fair Tire.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedon Rafaela to lead it off in the top of the 3rd inning. Sox lead by a run as Cedon takes outside for ball one. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Toyota Auburn, and Toyota of Boston. Shaky start for Cedon. Love to get it going here. Pitch is a good take, and I think 2 takes are encouraging. It's 2-0.
Of course, I think he swung at more pitches than he's taken this year.
1 for 15 with 3 strikeouts. 2-0 is taken. Now that's one he liked off. It is a strike on the outside corner. 2-1.
Yeah, but that tells he was probably sitting on the cutter and he didn't get it.
2-1. Pitch is low, and it's 3-1. So in that case, 2-0, you pick one pitch, one location.
Yeah, and Eflin loves the cutter. He throws it more than anything. He loves to throw it in 2-0 and 3-1 counts.
Well, this is 3-1 right here. Here it is. Cedon fouls it off. He got a cutter to hit right there, but spoil it straight back. 3-2.
Yeah, that one backed up a little bit on him. That is a hitter that's frustrating. You tell yourself, man, if that did what it was supposed to, I hammer that.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Adley on a knee. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit hard on the right side, but handled by Westberg. He throws to first. And there's one away. Explain that to our listeners. A cutter that belt.
So a cutter has a, you can almost see a little dot on it. It has a little tilted rotation, and it will break away from a right-handed batter. When it backs up, it kind of just, you see the spin, you expect it to break, and it really just stays straight, stays arm side over the middle end part of the plate.
So he got a little jammed on that one. Here's Jaron Duran with 1 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. The Subaru England scoreboard. So much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. A lot of day baseball today. The 0-1. Hard ground ball on the right side. And Westberg busy today. He throws to first, and very quickly Duran is gone. They're 2 down. Giants beat the Astros 6-3. How about a start for Bob Melvin and the Gigantes? They're 5-1. Houston 2-4 to start the year. Twins looking for their second win. They're on the south side. 6-0. They lead in the 6th. Here's Carita. He fouls it off on the third base side for strike 1. Take 10 seconds. Station ID. Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Raffy Devers swings and misses at a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's quickly 0-2. Fouled out his first time, 0 for his first 20. The 0-2 up and away.
He needs to feel that feeling. And when you get in a rut like this, you just need to feel what it feels like to be on time and square a baseball up. Even if you don't get a hit, just hit it hard.
He's really not hit anything hard this year. The 1-2 is a hard ground ball to first. It's handled there by Mountcastle. He flips to Eflin, who tiptoes to the bag. And the inning is over. More on Raffy's struggles when we return. It is 1-0 to the bottom of the third we go on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations. Manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to work at canva.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 30% off paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us. And Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipe.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Garrett Crochet continues. Here's Cedric Mullins, who had a huge day yesterday. Takes fastball down and in for ball one. Bregman thinks he might bunt. Given the way he swung yesterday, I'm not so sure. 4 runs driven in yesterday as a soft ground ball to Hopper to Campbell. At second, he throws to first in time. And there's one away.
So got to see the two-seamer twice. Crochet worked on that a lot in spring training. He's got a really good four-seamer, but needed something to work in on the hands of lefties. Got all in on the hands of Cedric Mullins right there.
Here comes Jordan Westberg for the second time. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree and Ford of Westboro. Crochet ever so quickly throws a fastball that misses high. Alex Cora said that Garrett seemed a little bit too dialed back in his first start on opening day, and he wanted to really let it eat today. Here's the 1-0, and it's popped up back of second base. A long run for Campbell. Nobody can get it. It bounces in front of Abreu. That's a hitter's hit. Westberg is aboard with one down.
Jammed again. Westberg was the cutter at 92. Good action off the plate in. Blew him up and just dumped it in for a single.
So here now Adley Rutschman, who historically has been a better hitter from the left side, although last year really excellent as a right-handed hitter. Here he is with Westberg at first. Looks kind of runnerish over there, held by Casas. Fastball, where did that miss? That looked like a strike, called a ball, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, just up and away, but not by much.
Rutschman hit 2 home runs on opening day. He is the team. Double play depth behind Crochet. The 1-0 is Lowe, and Wong kind of boxed it around at four-seam fastball. 96. Westberg does not advance. It's 2-0. So Raffy Devers has fouled out and grounded out. He's no 0 for 21 to start the season. They play this right-handed hitting Rutschman to pull. Here it is, and that's got to be a strike. It is. Cutter at the top of the zone, and it's 2-1. What's going through a guy like Raffy's head, Will, when he just feels so unlike himself?
I think it's you wake up every day trying to figure out, how do I get it to work today?
Runner goes. 2-1 is lined into right field. This could be a double play. Abreu makes the grab. The runner has no clue. 3-hop throw to first. Casas picks it, and they're 2 away.
It's a beautiful thing.
And that's the inning-ending double play. Red Sox, nicely done. Crochet gives up a base runner, but Abreu and Casas ended. We go to the 4th inning, 1-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Once upon a time, there was born a real estate brokerage that was also a magical app. They called it Redfin, and they're on a mission to get people the fairest deal of them all. With listing fees as low as 1%, Redfin agents charge half of what others often charge, so you have more money to put toward your dream home.
Could it be a gingerbread house?
If the witch wants to sell.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Fee subject to terms and minimums. Equal housing opportunity. CADRE number 01521930.
I'm Jordan Jordan Robinson, the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here's Alex Bregman leading off the fourth inning. He takes strike one, and he's got a torpedo bat in his hands. As the Red Sox big free agent ad, and he grounds one on the left side. That is through into left field, a base hit. And the leadoff man is aboard. That's fascinating to me, Will. It has taken baseball by storm. I would imagine all the hitters are calling their agents and their bat reps saying, I'd like to think about this torpedo bat.
I can't wait for you to call your first torpedo tater. You know? He just missed one in his first at bat.
So he's aboard his sixth hit of the year. And here now, Tristan Casas. Of all the people on the entire club, I'd imagine that Tristan might be the most interested in figuring out different barrel shapes. The pitch to him is swung on and missed. Man, that is a big rip at a changeup, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, normally Eflin is so fastball cutter heavy early in counts. Casas was sitting all over fastball and got the old parachute changeup in the zone.
We have so much data now in baseball, and everybody knows where hitters are most likely to make contact on the barrel of the bat. That's the genesis of the torpedo barrel. 0-1. And Bregman's going to get picked off. He was caught cheating. He was leaning to second, and Eflin timed it perfectly. So he's picked off, and there's one away.
Yeah, and not a burner, so he's got to pick his spots and get really good jumps to steal bags. And Eflin, just to your point, timed it perfectly. Right as Bregman took his first step towards second, Eflin turns and throws for the easy pickoff.
Bregman will be livid with himself there.
Yeah, he takes so much pride in doing all the little things right, not giving up outs. He's going to be mad about that one.
So now one down, 0-1 to Casas. Eflin throws. Tristan takes outside. It is 1-1. So the idea of the torpedo bat, which is the talk of all baseball, is that you put more wood where you are most likely to make contact with the baseball. Move the sweet spot, the 1-1. So very late again on a fastball. It's 1-2.
So you don't even necessarily, you have to move the sweet spot. You can just move mass from the end of the bat into the normal sweet spot and just make it as big as you legally can.
2.6 inches. The 1-2 pitch is a little bit low. Good. It's 2-2. I mean, it is well within the rules, and an MIT scientist decided, let's figure out how to make hitters better.
I just think it's a fad right now. It's a hot thing. I don't think this is gonna fade into the distance at some point.
2-2 to Tristan. Pitch, swing, and a foul back. He was pretty well timed up there on a sinker. It's 2-2.
Yeah, the science behind it, I guess, makes sense. You make maybe some swing and misses are now foul balls, but if you square a ball up, you're squaring a ball up with a broomstick. If you have it, the middle's the middle.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down in the fourth. 1-0 Red Sox. The pitch is a check swing. Good one from Casas. The pickoff looming large as it's 3-2. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. The 3-2. Casas takes a strike right in the heart of the plate. That's a cutter that is way too good a pitch to take. He is gone. They're 2 away.
That was actually, seeing the replay, it was a nasty backdoor cutter. Started off the plate, but to your point, it did break back middle away, which Casas normally hits that pitch really well. Fooled him.
So now 2 down here is the man with the only RBI in the game, Trevor Story. Launched a home run his first time. Pitch, soft ground ball, foul off his feet. And it is 0-1. So I want you to expand a little bit more on that, Will, because it seems like it's all the rage in baseball these days. I seems to me if you're a hitter and we can figure out where you make contact more often, why wouldn't you put more wood there? You're saying it's not that predictable.
It's also not brand new. This has been a couple of years old. Giancarlo Stanton used one in the postseason last year.
Well, that seemed to work for him.
I had a model that was called the CG38, Carlos Gomez's model.
0-1. The pitch to Story is outside.
And this was back, in 2016. And it wasn't necessarily called a torpedo bat, but the sweet spot of the bat was a tick bigger than the cup for the end of the bat. But it wasn't as exaggerated, I guess, as these bats.
1-1. Ripped down the left field line and a foul ball. Wow, that looked like it was inside the chalk, but the third base umpire, Chris Guccione, said no, it was a very late call. You can challenge those on line drives over the line that go on the ground after the bag. Watching the replay, it was foul, barely.
Guccione, it hit right at his feet, so he looked down, literally waited a sec, saw mark in the grass, and almost looked at it to say, hey, did that touch the line at all? Nope, couple inches off, foul ball.
Like a Wimbledon line judge.
ABS system, right?
It's amazing how good a job these umpires do positioning their bodies to give them the best chance to make the right call. So 2 down. Here's Trevor Story. The pickoff of Bregman, such a big play in this inning. 1-0 Red Sox. In the fourth, Middlebrooks thinks a curveball's coming here from Eflin. 1-2 to Trevor Story. Outfield shading Trevor the other way. Here's the pitch, and it is a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Really kind of a two-hopper ground ball, and Story ripped it the other way. He's 2 for 2, and here's Wilyer Abreu.
Yeah, the infield shaded up the middle, so the 4-hole, the right side, was completely open. Just great two-strike approach by Trevor, just finding a way to put the ball in play and gets a hit out of it.
You've talked about how streaky he is. You in your career were a streaky hitter. Here's Wilyer Abreu with a man aboard and 2 down. Sox leading 1-0. Eflin at the belt. Sets, throws, and Wilyer takes a strike on the outside corner. What can one swing like the one Trevor had in the second do for your swing and your confidence?
Well, just like that's the thing right there. You said the magic word, confidence. Whatever you do something well once, you feel better the very next time doing it.
Wilyer's had some good memories here. 0-1 is outside. He launched one onto Utah Street a year ago. This warehouse is like the antithesis of the Green Monster at Fenway. It sort of beckons in a different way to left-handed hitters. 1-1. Story's got a bigger lead now. Here's the pitch. That's outside. With as hot as Abreu's been, you'd be less inclined to run, wouldn't you?
100%. Especially in a 2-ball count right here. Just let him swing the bat. Because if he sees him running here, he might take a good pitch to hit, let it get there, and then Eflin is in a much better spot.
Give him the best chance to barrel some. 2-1, they throw over. Trevor dives back in. And I do think the more they throw over, that might change the arithmetic here.
But the fact that Trevor's on first and puts that in the back of the head of not only Eflin, but Gary Sanchez as well, it might change how they pitch Abreu right here.
2-1, a hitter's count. Here it is. Swing and a foul. Man, was he timed up there on a cutter. And it's 2-2. We all focus on stolen bases and taking extra 90 feet. But what you just said is so important. Speed on the base pass can impact and help the hitter at the plate.
Absolutely, because sometimes you can think it's as the count goes on, he's not going to throw me the slow curveball here because he can't throw him out on that pitch. Now, you get the 2 strikes, that's completely different.
He might go here, 2-2 to Abreu. Campbell on deck. Here's the pitch, and Wilyer pops it up. Back of home plate, the catcher, Sanchez. Does he have room? Yes, he does, right in front of the screen. And the inning is over. So Story is stranded, but the Red Sox, because of Trevor, have a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth in Balmer next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tyler O'Neill to lead it off in the bottom of the fourth inning. Red Sox lead 1-0. Garrett Crochet has been awesome. He winds, he throws, and O'Neill takes a high fastball for ball one. He's got almost an Oriole record going through the first 4 games. 10 hits for O'Neill as he takes a strike on the outside corner. That ties Jose Iglesias for the first most hits in the first 4 games. The 1-1 is right in there. That was an attack fastball, and it's 1-2.
You know, the sound of the mitt when Crochet is just so loud. That fastball screaming in there.
I don't blame O'Neill for taking time. Yeah. You blink and it's 2-strike count.
Here comes a cutter off your kneecaps.
It's 1-2, and it's a fastball that's yanked inside. Well, he's opened it up 97, and it's 2-2.
Just such a smooth, fluid delivery. It doesn't look max effort at all, and the ball just screams out of there.
Here's the pitch, and that is strike 3 called. Beauty, 96 miles an hour, and Crochet has his 3rd strikeout.
He didn't even have to throw the cutter, and once Tyler O'Neill got to 2 strikes, that's all he could think about was, oh, here comes the cutter, here comes the cutter. Fastball up and in, couldn't pull the trigger, thinking it was going to break, and it didn't.
I've always thought, what do I know, but I've always thought the pitchers that work more quickly with the electric stuff have a huge edge. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He fouls the first pitch off for strike 1.
Hitting, yes, is about timing, but it's also about rhythm. It's almost like you want to dance with the pitcher, right? Getting that groove, and he doesn't allow that. He gets the ball, and he's rocking and firing.
Here he goes again, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That's unfair. A changeup, and it's 0-2.
I knew that was a changeup just because of the way it sounded when it hit the mitt.
Not
because
that
the
loud
fastball
pop.
is just pow.
You strike me as somebody could do a 2-step well. The 0-2 is popped up foul on the first base side. I mean, you're more like a Air Jordan shoe guy than like a cowboy boot man.
Yeah, it's never my thing. You know, I grew up in small town Texas where everyone wore boots. I had them as a kid, and then once I got to high school, I was like, this is just not my thing.
0-2 is a ground ball to the left side. Diving stop by Bregman. He comes up, throwing to first wide, and the runner Mountcastle is safe. That had to be uneasy for Bregman after the face plant yesterday. We'll try. Red Sox want to look at it to see if Casas tagged him. He did not.
Yeah, Bregman got a great first step on this. I didn't think he was even going to get to this ball. I thought it was going to be through to left field to Jaron Duran for a single. Lays out, full extension, grabs it, tries to get up as fast as possible, just lets one sail on him.
So here now Ramon Laureano. Again, Bregman's range is breathtaking. 45 pitches thrown in the fourth as the first pitch cutter on the outside corner. That's strike 1.
If Crochet can master that pitch, it's going to change everything because you're not going to know how to attack him if he can start dialing it up on that side of the plate as well.
More on that in a moment. 0-1 with Mountcastle at first. No chance there for Laureano on a cutter, and it's 0-2. Why is it with what Crochet has that's the game changer?
So when I would face Kershaw or Bumgarner or guys like that, they dominate righties in, and you have to almost back off the plate and just try to get the head out and guess right. Hope it's a fastball and not the slider or cutter.
0-2. Here's the pitch. And that's a little bit low.
And as Kershaw got into the later parts of his career, he started pitching the other way, lost some velocity. So he had to start throwing changeups, two-seamers, and dominating arm side as well. And that's why he's been able to prolong his career.
1-2. Double play depth behind Crochet. The pitch. Line foul. And against massive left-handers, they tunnel pitches from the same release point, and they go in a lot of different directions.
They do, and a majority of Crochet stuff is coming into a righty, so you can pretty much just cut the plate in half and say, I'm going to look in, but if he's able to dot up away, you got to cover the whole thing.
1-2 pitch is just a little bit low. Garrett witching Chris Guccione with a home plate umpire, but not the case tonight. It's 2-2. He's in a huge rhythm. Is Crochet. His next pitch will be his 51st. 1-0 Sox. 2-2. That is just barely low. Fastball at 97, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, just missed 3 or 4 inches below the zone. Connor didn't exactly catch that well. It kind of took his glove down with it and didn't really stick it to try to get the call.
3-2. Runner does not go. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Did he foul it off? Laureano did not touch it. He thinks he did. That pitch was in the dirt. Laureano is arguing. Here comes the Oriole manager, Brandon Hyde, to make his case. Home plate umpire David Rackley says that was not a foul ball.
To the naked eye, it didn't look like a foul ball to me. It was just a cutter that was absolutely buried. A lot of late movement. Yep. Yeah, there's absolutely no movement on that. It just popped out of Wong's glove as he was trying to frame that. It was in the end, almost like a snow cone in the end of the webbing.
So here's Gary Sanchez with 1 on and 2 out. The pitch, swing and a miss. This is an unfair arsenal from Crochet. Changeup, and it's 0-1.
Well, Gary Sanchez is so active, 0-0. He swings so many times first pitch, so there's a changeup. Good luck.
2 down, 1-0 Sox. The pitch is a little bit outside on a fastball at 96. And it is 1-1. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. 1-1. Popped up Old Middlebrooks just over his head and out of play.
I was up out of my seat. I wanted it so bad, Will.
I love the reaction. You can save me this year.
It's all the baseball I get to play today, okay? Pulled a hammy getting out of that.
He was up like a cat. That was great. Now time is called by Sanchez. It looks to me, too, watching this game on the monitor, Will, that Crochet also hides the baseball behind his left ear. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a pop foul on the first base side.
Yeah, when he brings his leg up and takes his arm behind him, the way he turns his body, you don't see his arm until it is releasing the baseball.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is right.
Especially when it comes in at 97 miles an hour or higher. 1-2. Here it is. Pitch is ripped foul on the third base side. I don't think Crochet will be all that happy with that cutter that got a lot of the plate.
No, he wanted one exactly like he threw to Laureano that kind of went towards the back foot. That one ended up staying inner third and was a very hittable pitch.
Story is way over in the hole at short. Campbell shades almost behind the second base back. 2 down in the 4th. 1-2 the pitch. That is strike 3 called on the inside corner. 97 miles an hour. How do you do? Garrett Crochet in the end strikes out 3 in the inning. 5 through 4, 1-0 Red Sox on the Shaw's N-Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Hey, it's Christian Campbell. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Christian Campbell signed an extension today, doubled his first AB, and he leads off in the top of the 5th. Sox leading 1-0. The pitch to Christian is a little bit inside. Can't go overboard, Will, but everything he's done through 6 games, everything has been impressive.
Oh, of course it has. I mean, the expectation was so high, and he's answered the bell.
1-0. Here's the pitch. He takes a strike, borderline pitch, but a cutter called a strike. 1-1. His field strike zone, the ability to get good swings off in any count against any pitch, that really stands out. Here's the 1-1. That's a ball outside, 2-1.
Well, the thing is, too, is he will take some strikes, but that's just the ironclad approach and plan at the plate. Is it might be a strike, but it's not the pitch he's looking for because he recognizes out of the hand so well.
2-1. Here it is. That's ripped down the right field line. You got to be kidding me. It's another opposite field hit, and it's another double for Christian Campbell. O'Neill sort of bobbled on the warning track. A missile. That's triple digits off the bat for Campbell. Dugout trying to get him to do the spoon to the mouth. He does it, and he is at second base, and it is all smiles in the Red Sox dugout.
I mean, what's it like, man? You're just... I don't even know if you say he's hot.
Well, you know more than anybody. You did this in 2012.
Is he hot or is he just this good? Because he did it all year last year, and now it's continuing.
Here's Connor Wong. I love the looks on the faces of his teammates. The pitch to Connor, swing and a miss. He needs to get him over here. Connor needs to just do something productive. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that's the thing. Find a way to just lock in, let the ball get deep, and just hit it to the right side. Easier said than done, but you're professional. This is it right here. Get the job done.
2 ABs, 2 doubles for Campbell. 0-1 to Wong, the pitch. Swing at a ground ball, foul. Outside of third. We heard so much about Christian Campbell. This innate, freakish ability to find the barrel. It is fun to watch real time.
The hit tool is through the roof, right? Doesn't matter what side of the plate, doesn't matter what pitch speed. He just throwing barrels all over the place.
0-2. Campbell leads at second. Here's the pitch. Connor takes down and in. Curveball, and it's 1-2. Yeah. You've been in both these spots. You've been Campbell, red hot. You've been Wong, struggling.
Yeah.
It must be so hard between the ears for Connor.
It really is, especially when you're just, you're better than you're performing.
1-2. The pitch. Outside. Good take, and it's 2-2.
And here, I know it's 2 strikes, but you're just trying to battle, but you want to get the job done. So you can go in that dugout, high-five everyone, and be like, all right, I contributed something offensively.
And oh, by the way, that opposite field, other way approach might just get Wong on lock.
Bingo.
2-2 with Campbell at second base. Eflin sets, he throws, and Connor grounds one very softly. He'll get the job done. No, a foul ball off of Wong's front left foot. The 110th pitch, which was 10 ago, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox radio network.
Well, also, Eflin is a very good pitcher, and he's going to pitch you into pulling the ball off speed, fastballs in, and try to get Wong to not hit the ball to the right side.
1-2. Pitch. Wong pops it up into shallow center field. Mullins will come in. He'll make the play, and Campbell cannot advance. So, one down. Alex Cora always talks about Marcelo Meyer's great base running instincts. I think we're seeing from Campbell, he's got the same thing.
Yeah, and look, he's got a lot of good leadership to lean on in that clubhouse between Bregman, Story. I mean, the list goes on and on of guys who run the bases well, and they're going to be on him about doing those little things right. That's part of being a rookie, is those veterans pounding that into your mind. You got to do the little things.
So here's Cedar Rafaela with 1 on and 1 out. 1-0 Red Sox in the 5th, and Eflin spins back. Subaru New England's scoreboard is very good news. The Yankees actually trailing in a game. It's 4-0 Arizona in the Bronx. That game in the 2nd inning, Lourdes Gurriel is at a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Cedar. Swing and a miss, fooled by a sweeper there, and it's 0-1. So much to love. You don't want to miss Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. On your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 0-1 to Cedar. Campbell second. The pitch is a cue shot foul straight back. It's 0-2.
You know, turning on Roman Anthony if Cedar keeps struggling.
Such a great point.
I know it's early, and I don't want to, get crazy with that, but.
Well, Meyer has been red hot to start the year. Anthony had a 2-homer game 2 days ago. 0-2. The pitch. Swinging a shot into center field. Roman Anthony can stay in AAA for now as Campbell rounds third. He scores. Cedar has his first RBI of the year. The kids are doing it in Baltimore, and it's 2-0.
And it wasn't like a hooked piece to left where he was off balance. That was a perfect swing and a rocket right up the middle. Got a fastball at the top of the zone. How many times last year did we see him swing through that with 2 strikes? Puts the barrel on that one, 2-0. That's a big run with your ace on the bump.
Well, that was the kind of swing that made him so dangerous a year ago. I think he's thinking running here. I really do.
I like that.
Here's Jarren Duran on the left side, and Eflin agrees. He throws over to first.
Yeah, Rafael needs a bigger lead if he's going to run. He was very close to first base there.
Rangers beat the Reds today. Jack Leiter was awesome. 1-0 the score there. They avoided the Ellie De La Cruz avalanche today. Duran drives one foul out of play on the left side, and it's 0-1.
By the way, we were talking about Roman Anthony. He has as many balls hit 100 miles an hour or more than he does swings at pitches down. 5 of each. That's ridiculous, by the way.
Absolutely insane. The start to the year. 0-1 to Duran. Pitch. Swinging a shot into deep left field, but it is right into the defense. Laureano has it. And there are 2 away. That's a great swing, great approach from Duran, but right at the left.
4 of those in his last 6 at-bats. 7 at-bats. That's a very good sign when he's comfortable enough to let the ball get deep and drive it that way. That's when he's at his best.
Ellie De La Cruz last night hit 2 massive home runs.
How fun is he?
One of the freakish talents in the whole sport. Now, Rafael, let's see what kind of lead he gets. Hands on his knees, because here is Devers with 2 down. Throw to first. Not nearly, and Cedar sort of collapses back on the bed. Rafi today has fouled out to third and grounded out to first.
Yeah, the reason you're not seeing Rafael get too big of a lead is because Eflin has what we call a balk move, and I'll explain that in a sec.
Oh, the pitch to Devers is high, ball 1.
So when he comes set, front knee buckles just a little bit before he turns to throw to first. It never gets called. It rarely gets called.
Because he doesn't stop with that first move.
Most pitchers, their first move when they go home is that knee buckles because they collapse and move forward.
Very hard for the runner at first to read. The 1-0 to Rafi is a strike at the top of the zone.
Yeah, so as a hitter, you're watching. I always like to watch their back foot because you could just see the movement. If they were going to pick, that heel would come off the ground.
In this case, it's Eflin's right foot. Rafaela looking right at it. 1-1 to Rafi. The pitch is outside. Because if he's going to spin and throw to first, just say that heel's got to come up.
Right. And what's weird is with that balk move is you see, because it's a soft focus on the heel. You still are looking everywhere else, but you see that front knee buckle just before that foot moves, and you're looking for that first move to get a good jump, and then boom, you're picked off like we saw with Bregman.
You're inclined to think he's coming home, and he's not. 2-1 to Raffy. Hitters count. The pitch is ripped down the right field line. A base hit. Rafaela around second. He's going to go for third. Kyle Hudson will send him. The throw from O'Neill goes to second. Rafaela slides in safe. It's an RBI double for Raffy. Middlebrook's dreams come true, and it's 3-0 Red Sox.
Oh, and it was hit hard, too. But let's talk about, I know the hit's huge there with Devers, right? It's his first one of the year. The struggle has been immense up to this point, but Rafaela scoring from first on that. Kyle Hudson reading a throw from right fielder Tyler O'Neill to try to throw out Devers at second. Send Sadon. What a send. 3-0. Good guys.
Kyle Hudson's one of the great third base coaches in the game. What in the world are the Orioles doing there throwing to second?
By the way, what are they doing still throwing Raffy off speed when he hasn't hit a fastball yet? That's a sweeper in the middle of the zone, right into his hot zone. Here we are. Now the kid it's time to get hot for Raffy.
Well, and what a smile on his face. That has to feel so good. He's done it so many times, but he proved it to himself again.
I can't imagine how he feels, because I almost feel weight off of my shoulders after he got that big hit.
So now a chance to pile it on. Red Sox thinking about an even more crooked number. 2 in, and here comes Bregman. Such a good balanced swing by Devers. Crushed. We've seen that so many times. Here's Bregman, who takes a ball down and in. Bregman's such a unique player and hitter. I think most people would be so geared up after a big swing like that, but he took a close pitch for ball 1. 3-0 Sox. Devers at second. The pitch way outside, and it is 2-0.
God, I feel good for Raffy. I've just been sick to my stomach for him, because I know he's grinding, you know. That was a big one.
2-0 to Bregman. You know he's trying to do right here. The pitch is a called strike. That was perfect from Eflin, bottom of the zone, outside corner, and it's 2-1.
Look, even though Casas is left-handed and that tends to match up better, I guarantee Eflin would rather face Casas here.
2-1. The pitch is strike on the outside corner. 2-2.
Cutter painted perfectly down and away.
Code word of the game, Cracker Jacks. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. It is a little weird that you're having dreams about Devers hits. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Bregman grabs it up the middle, and that is backhanded by the second baseman. Throw to first in time. What a play there by Westberg off the bat. That looked like it might score Devers. It does not. And the Red Sox will take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the fifth after this on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Hey, it's Jim Costa with Cash the Ticket. Mike Valeni and I are all over the tournament again this March. Breakdowns of every region and every game, who are the Cinderellas, and which team's cutting down the nets. Subscribe and listen to Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Chris Scheim, and exactly 1 year ago this week, I hit a pretty cool milestone. I was officially down my first 30 pounds with Awaken 180. No big deal, just casually dropping weight like everybody drops excuses when I beat them in fantasy football. And you know what? That was just the beginning. I kept going, and I lost 45 pounds total. It was easy as all the other guys said it would be. A year later, the weight's still gone. I'm feeling great. I'm ready for the warmer weather and soon swimsuit season. Honestly, Awaken 180 was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Have questions? Ask me, Bradfo, Andy Hart, Ted Johnson, or any of the other 25,000 Awaken 180 clients who lost their weight without medications. The program works. It's easy, and as you already know, you'll receive free support for life. And choose the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Garrett Crochet has a 3-run lead on the mound in the bottom of the fifth. The pitch to Ramon Urias is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. How cool was it to see Rafi Devers go back into that dugout? Everybody high-fiving and hugging him. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen. You know that not just for him, for the whole team, that is a load lifted.
What did I tell you? I said, I feel like the season can start now, because now we can start talking about something else. Hopefully.
0-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Oink, oink. 6 strikeouts for Crochet. And there's one away in the fifth.
Oh, it's a good feeling. You got your ace out on the bump. He's pumping upper 90s, punching tickets. And you got your guys getting big hits, something that has just been missing.
You have been on teams with David Ortiz and other huge superstars, and it's not that any team is defined by one person. Here is Jorge Mateo, strike on the outside corner, but you get so used to him lifting you. Does it reverberate through a clubhouse when your star gets going?
Absolutely. And there's just been...
Here's Mateo swinging and missing at a changeup, and it's 0-2.
There's just been so much focus and distraction because of what's been going on with Rafi, right? That's just how it is when he struggles.
0-2, just inside. I think people totally misread it. He was hurt last year. He didn't pick up a bat till January. We can talk about the preparation and whether it or didn't do enough in spring training. The 1-2 popped up. Shallow left center field. Rafaela glides to his right. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 away. I know you agree with me, Will. This has nothing and has had nothing to do with the move to DH.
Zero. It's just bad timing on that of him struggling and not getting off to a good start. With that happening at the same time, obviously people are going to look at that aren't around the team every day and say that's the reason.
So 2 down. Here's Cedric Mullins. Pitch to him is a strike. When Craig Breslow picked up the phone and called Chris Getz, gave up Kyle Teal and Braden Montgomery and Chase Mydrov, this is the moment he was thinking about. The 0-1 is outside. Well, I mean, he was thinking about this in October, too. But you're riding a losing streak. You need your guy to be a stud, and he is tonight.
He's the stopper. This is what you needed.
1-1 is a little bit low and outside.
It's just, yeah, you give up prospects, but for it to all come together, and it's like, all right, we got him extended as well, which is huge.
How must that feel? The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Lou Merlone was funny before the game. He said he saw Crochet's wife in the elevator at the hotel, and she said, "How are you?" He said, "But not as good as you."
Right? Oh, my goodness. I'd love to be that guy every 2 weeks.
Our great-grandkids are set. And beyond that, too, the 2-2. Swing and a foul back to the screen. It is more normal than it ever was in pro sports, but seriously, we're talking about a guy on the mound today at Camden Yards wearing a Red Sox uniform who has set his family up for 4, 5, 6, 10 generations. 2-2 just outside. He thought he had that one, but the count is full.
I did too. The whole defense took 3 steps towards the dugout. They thought that was strike 3 as well.
3-2, 2 down, bases empty. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up, back of home plate. Long throws the mask away, and he runs out of room. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. The Red Sox are hoping they won't need much of the bullpen tonight, although Crochet has now thrown 72 pitches.
It's not 72, but I think you get 6 solid innings out of him. We've seen him go quick innings as well. He pounds his own.
Chapman hasn't thrown since opening day. He is absolutely locked and loaded. The 3-2, swinging a foul. Mullins, did he swing? Yes, he did. Is he gone? Yes, he is. That's a strikeout. It hit him on a swing.
Sinker off of him for strike 3. Ouch.
Good luck. You're gone and you're hurt.
And it feels bad.
Strikeouts through 5 for Crochet. 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Some people follow the rules. But where's the fun in that? I'm Sarah. This is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Saraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also do more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas to lead it off in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Sox. So much good so far. The pitch is outside to a man who, like Raffy and like Rafael and Wong and Story, could use a big knock to lead off this inning.
I did not have a dream about Tristan.
Well, then, here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. That was change up, and it's one.
He was there. I mean, the team was there, but I only saw Raffy's at bats, and he had 2 hits. So,
well, knowing him, he may have dreamed about you, for goodness sake.
Yeah, probably not.
A lot of people do have dreams.
No one's going to believe that, but I told you first thing in the morning.
There's a reason it made the call, for goodness sake. 1-1 the pitch, down and into Casas, and it is 2-1. Have you ever seen a left-hander take a swing like that against a sinking fastball like Cedric Mullins did?
No, that was uncomfortable. And that's just the beauty of everything going away from him and then sinking one off his forearm.
One is ripped in the air, actually sort of a soft fly ball. Mullins dives and makes the play off the end of the bat. Casas robbed by the entertainer, and there's one away.
Oh, man, it's just sick for Casas. I feel like I could hear him running to first base going, get out, get out, get out, get out. Mullins just lays out, face plants, full extension. Great play. The entertainer, right?
Great defender. And here now Story, who has homered and singled. One down in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. And Story swings wildly and misses at a slider. You know what I love is looking at Alex Cora today. He's been an absolute calm in the storm. He has not panicked at all. 0-1 outside. He has a different, though, body language today because of the man that's on the mound for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I felt better coming to the park going, all right, we got a really good chance to win a baseball game today.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Story rips one up the middle. He's 3 for 3. This has a chance at extra bases. He takes the turn at first. He will go for it. Throw is there in plenty of time. He's out at second. Looked like he made the decision down the first base line to go for it. Excellent job there by the Orioles left fielder Laureano. He guns him down, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, and with his speed, it took a perfect throw, and it was a perfect throw. Laureano's known for having a very good arm. Trevor's probably got to know that, but I love the aggression there, especially in the 3-0 game.
I think that's a mistake Alex Cora will live with all the time.
If you make aggressive mistakes like that, trying to get to second base with 1 out, I'm fine with it.
Beat him by plenty. Here's Wilyer Abreu, and the pitch to him. Man, that's right there for strike one. So now 2 down, 3-0 Red Sox. These pitchers are moving this game right along. Pitch. Abreu swings and misses, man. He thought he'd get a fastball there, but a curveball. And it's 0-2. This copyrighted broadcast presented by Authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Have to express written consent of EI. And the Red Sox, Wilyer calls time. 0-2. He's third in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Chevy of Danvers. 0-2. That's in the dirt. Curveball, and it's 1-2. Alex has often got the pulse of his dugout, and these first 5 days of the season, he's felt the need to check in with guys. And sat with Crochet when he took him out the first time. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Abreu is gone, but he is cool as a cucumber right now, is Cora, because of the man who will take the mound when we come back for the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Lou Merlone, and while I can tell you firsthand Ortho Laser New England healed my elbow pain, let's hear from someone more qualified on how they've redefined orthopedic care. Dr. Scott Sigmund, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and founder of OrthoLaser.
Thanks, Lou. I founded OrthoLaser to provide a safer alternative to opioids and medications using the proven healing power of laser therapy. OrthoLaser delivers painless relief without needles or side effects. Whether you're recovering from surgery, healing an injury, or managing chronic pain, our state-of-the-art laser works naturally with your body to accelerate recovery. We are surgeon-driven, patient-focused, and partnered with the top orthopedic specialists in the country. Our mission is simple: to help you move better and live your life pain-free once again.
Thanks, Dr. Sigmund. If pain is slowing you down, do what I did and relieve your pain with Ortho Laser New England. Locations in Dedham, Chelmsford, and Nashua, New Hampshire. Online at ortholaserne.com.
Dean Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEE's Radio Network.
Garrett Crochet is on the mound as we go to the 6th inning. First pitch is a check swing by Jordan Westberg. Missed outside. And it's ball one. So this is the third time through the order from Crochet, who is absolutely dialed in. The 1-0. Fouled back. You can't have a more uncomfortable swing than that. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-1.
It's a fastball over the plate, and it's like, isn't that what you're looking for? Right?
He made contact with one hand.
Now, that's 2 fastballs away from him. He's probably sitting in, like we talked about earlier, and he tried to hold up.
1-1.
There it is.
Inside. Cutter. And he's got him totally bamboozled, doesn't he?
Well, that's the thing is, you see the check swing on the pitches away because he's looking in, but you have to start your swing so early because of how hard he throws. That's why it's uncomfortable.
2-1 is ripped to second, caught by Campbell, who goes down to a knee. I can count on one hand the number of times I've used the word bamboozled, but Crochet deserves it tonight. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI Studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks. One down, bottom six, 3-0 Sox, and a fastball right there to Adley Rutschman. Actually, a cutter. And under the hands, and it's 0-1. Subaru of New England scoreboard coming up. But first, we'll get you the league leaders, brought to you by Drains by James. 0-1 is a little bit low. It is 1-1. League leaders and who's circling the drain, brought to you by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining, as Crochet fires a pitch that misses just inside, and it's 2-1. This is the time of game that Middlebrooks will get uncomfortable, because they do want us to point out sometimes the people who are the worst at it to start the season. 2-1 is crushed to left field. Duran back in front of the track will get there in front of the dirt with a little hop to make the play, and they're 2 down. Takes a little doing to sort of flip the stat leaderboards to get the people who are trailing the game who off to the worst starts. I can tell you, Raffy is off the schneid. Got his first hit, an RBI double his last time. 2 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill. He skies one into center field. Rafaela, though, will make a move back to his right, and just in front of the wall, he's there to make the play, and the inning is over. We'll tell you who's really struggling to start the season when we come back. 3-0 Sox after 6. Very quick and good inning for Crochet on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
Hi, everybody. It's Brian Green from the Commercial Break Podcast. It's likely you've heard of the show if you're directly related to me or you follow our MySpace page. But I'm not here to talk to those 3 listeners. I'm here to appeal to people who haven't heard the show. Along with my co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley, we're taking a deeper look at the topics that are affecting our youth today. Like, who are the people who are dating ghosts? Where did all these pickup artists come from? And why doesn't my preacher have a nicer private jet? We understand that these are the issues you really want to get to the bottom of. The Commercial Break is now available on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
At Great Wolf Lodge, your whole family can go on an adventure. Splash away in our water park and bowl a perfect score with your pack and mix game time with family time. And at Great Wolf Lodge, all this excitement is just a short drive away. So bring the pack together and learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for University Housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
All these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching.
Does this have peanuts?
To waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Your smart speed of play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Here's Christian Campbell facing Brian Baker. It's a new levels for Campbell with 2 doubles and 2 at-bats. Baker on for Eflin, 3-0 Sox. Pitch is a high fastball, 1-0. Everything Campbell does is impressive, even the way he takes pitches. In this case, from a man Baker, who's made a couple of appearances and been scoreless. The 1-0 is taken for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, Baker got a hard fastball. Average is 97, can reach 99. A little chilly today. I don't know if he'll get up to that, but he's got a slider you just saw and a changeup as well.
1-1 to Campbell. He's only hitting .444 to start to him as a strike on the inside corner.
Keep grinding, kid. You'll start seeing it better at some point.
It's not always this hard. He is 8 for 16. That's wrong. He's hitting .500.
Yeah, math's hard.
in Baltimore especially. 1-2, a pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul on the first base side out of play. So you're told to tell you who's struggling big time, thanks to our friends at Rains by James. The leading on-base percentage coming into today was Wilyer Abreu, a cool 750. Tyler O'Neill at 588. Here's the 1-2 taken. Very close, but a ball. And it's 2-2. Here are the people who've not been on base yet this season. 20 plate appearances. Wilson Contreras. The Cardinals 0 for 2-2. To Kimball, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. It's handled there by Mateo. He throws low to first, but handled by Mountcastle. And Christian Campbell is retired, one away. Carlos Correa, Dylan Cruz, and JT Real Muto. Bottom 5 in OBP.
That's the thing with Raffy's. He's got, 5 or 6 walks.
You're down with OBP. Yeah, you know me. Here's Connor Wall, right-handed hitter. 1 down to the 7th rather. The pitch to him is high for ball 1. Connor could use a knock right here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Good time. Nice little line drive right up the middle.
3-0 Sox. The pitch, swing and a miss. Slider. And it's 1-1. We got a day game tomorrow, so Carlos Narvaez will play. I know that Alex Cora very much like this young man to get it going. 1-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's done a lot of that. Big time swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
And Narvaez in his one start there in Texas looked really good. Got a hit with runners in scoring position when really no one was doing that. He looked very good defensively, receiving the ball, blocking the ball. He had some really good blocks.
Red Sox are so invested in Connor Wong. They really hitched a lot of their hopes to this guy. The 1-2 inside, good take, and it's 2-2. One down, pitch, black skies overhead. Here's the 2-2. Long grounds it to the left side. Mateo's got it. Kind of an awkward bobble, but handles and throws to first in time and very quickly. 2 down, and here comes Cedon.
Center fielder number 3, Cedon Rafael.
For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's in Star Market right now. B5 round roast or bottom round roast, $3.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, Cedon can be streaky. Maybe one hit can beget another. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
Definitely can. I mean, you got to think that feeling of that line drive up the middle can carry over.
0-1 the pitch. Swinging a soft chopper toward third. It stays outside the line. Just barely foul. The home plate umpire, Rackley, in charge of it before the bag, called it foul, and it's 0-2.
Urias almost grabbed it too soon. It looked like it was going to go foul a lot sooner than it did, but that one hit his glove just a couple inches foul.
Cedon drove home Campbell his last time. 3-0 Red Sox. Such a smallish crowd for game 2 of the home season. It's chilly here in Baltimore. But it is nights like these that make you so appreciate the Fenway fans.
Oh, my goodness.
We will never, not ever, have a crowd like this. 0-2 pitch outside. I think their fan base is torn. I mean, they're in love with the Orioles. Young Cora, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, and all these guys. They've won. They've been fun and exciting. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little pop-up foul on the first base side. But I do think this group, their fans, wants Mike Elias and the new ownership group to spend money. They did not do that in the offseason.
Well, especially while you have this core group here. Spend while they're here, while they're young.
1-2, swing and a miss. Rafaela is gone, and the inning is over. Crochet going to get some slop and head back to the mound for the bottom of the 7th. When we return, 3-0 Red Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound. It's a mouse click. So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work. Canva.com.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you tried diets that initially work, but you find yourself right back where you started? The shame of putting it all back on? You didn't fail those other diets, they failed you. Transition Medical Weight Loss specializes in long-term sustained results. It's not about a diet that drops the weight. It's about a lifestyle that has you feeling and looking great for years to come. 600 healthy and delicious food options, custom diet and fitness plans, access to FDA weight loss medications. This is weight loss done right. TransitionSalem.com.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Ryan Mountcastle against Garrett Crochet to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-0 Sox swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. And it is 0-1. Christian Campbell is bringing back the days of yore for Will Middlebrooks. Most extra base hits in his first 6 games of his career. 5 behind only Brooksy with 7. Was it just a beach ball for you in 2012? It was a ground ball to third. Bregman, as always, plays it perfectly. Throws to first in time. 1 away.
Yeah, and honestly, when I came up, I had just come off the best month of baseball in my entire life there in Pawtucket. I'm trying to think how many games it was. Maybe 25 games or so.
So you came up in May?
May 2nd. I think I played 25 games or so in Pawtucket, hit like 10 homers, drove in 30. It's crazy.
Here's Ramon Laureano, 1 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And not to diminish what you did, because it was amazing. I think it is in some ways more impressive to start a year with the club and do what he's doing, because it fouled off on the first base
100%.
side.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you're spot on. I just want to be on a list that has Ted Williams on it. Like what?
Read it to us. Who are the other people?
Let's see. Nava, Sam Horn, and Ted Williams.
Sons of Sam Horn as the 0-2 pitch misses inside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Anytime you're mentioned with the kid, you're doing okay.
Yeah, that was fun. Good times.
Look at you now.
Now look at us.
1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was nasty. A cutter in under the hands. And they're 2 away for Crochet. He is racking up the strikeouts here tonight.
Hey, I one time had a tough game in Milwaukee, and Bob Uecker, I saw him after the game. We're walking out together, and he goes, "Bud, you're going to be a really good broadcaster one day." And I was like, "Shut up, Ueck. Like, what? Don't tell me that after I punch out 3 times. You're going to be better at something else."
Well, he was great. He was right. Here is Gary Sanchez down and in. You're arguably having a better start to your broadcast career than you did as your life as a big league player.
Good partners.
Really annoying that you shot 73 yesterday at the Baltimore Country Club. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. That cutter has just been awesome tonight for Crochet. He's got 8 punch-outs, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, and it's all been set up with the command of the four-seamer, right? It forces them to respect the four-seamer, and they have to get the head out on that 98 inner third, and then the cutter just disappears off of it.
2 down, bottom 7. Crochet nearing his end. Bullpen quiet for now. Pitch number 92 popped up. Shallow left field. Duran over to his left. He is there to make the play. 7 shutout innings for Garrett Crochet. I guess it's a good thing the Sox extended him. We go to the 8th inning. 3-0 Boston. What a second act for Crochet on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 30% off paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here we go into the 8th inning. By the way, Garrett Crochet is still in the game. He did not get the handshake or hug from Alex Cora, so he continues 7 shutout innings with only 3 hits. The bullpen is totally quiet. It'll be the top of the order. Crochet's got the jacket on in the dugout. Top of the order, Duran leading off against, I think this is CNL, no, Gregory Soto, hard-throwing left-hander. And the pitch to Jaron is ripped foul down the left field line. I think Duran looks totally locked in at the plate.
He does. His timing looks, this is a really tough lefty in Soto. He's going to get up to 99, can touch 100 with that two-seamer. He's got movement.
Jaron 1 for 6 against him. A 1 pitch is taken for a ball out and in, and it's 1-1.
When you're facing guys like this left on left, it's not that normal 4-seamer. It's a 2-seamer, has some arm side run into Duran. You have to set your sights out away from the plate so it runs back into you.
Jaron 0 for 3 tonight, but hard contact. He fouls this one off, 1-2. Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Crochet is going to make the Jimmy Fund through Arbella a lot of money this year. 1-2 to Duran. Pitch way high with a fastball, 2-2. Gregory Soto, longtime Philadelphia Philly. For him, strike throwing in his career has been an issue. 2-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was devastating. That slider. And there's one away.
Yeah, that's just a hang with him is what that was. 96 all over the place and then breaks off a nasty slider 2-2.
So after Eflin, Baker, now Soto. Here's Raffy, who doubled his last time. Drove in Christian Campbell. The pitch. He is up and in. Watching the Red Sox dugout after that double was so fun.
They were so fired up, which is, it solidifies anything I was thinking about. You know, Raffy still being a good teammate, still being in there working hard, and they were fired up for him.
1-0 the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied up with a fastball in under the hands. 96. We know this with Devers more than almost any ever watched. One swing can unlock him.
Yeah, well, this is a tough matchup.
It is. 1-1. Pitch grounded into left field. That's a base hit. Raffy's going to take the turn at first. Mullins has it in center field. If you will it, it is not a dream. He's got 2 hits tonight.
What I tell you, a double and a seeing eye single. Right past where the shortstop should have been. If I dream it, you better believe me. All right? That's all I got to say.
This sounds kind of weird. I'd like you to be...
Don't say it.
Dreaming about me
Don't
sometimes.
Say it.
Here's Alex Bregman. So Devers unlocks it a little bit. He's aboard with 1 down. Here's Bregman, who takes A strike on the inside corner. You also thought Crochet would have 7 shutout innings. That has happened, but he will continue in this game.
Still going.
0-1 to Bregman. Soto looks to first. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a ball. That was a slider from Soto. And it is 1-1. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills you. Nissan's got a full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. They play over to Pole, sort of a double play depth for Bregman. 1-1. Pitch. Swinging a shot foul down the right field line and out of play.
You know Raffy's about to get, like, stupid hot, right? You know it's coming.
I've seen it so many times.
It's just, it wouldn't surprise anyone to start off that cold and then just go off.
Bregman put it on his Instagram feed today that he's going to try the torpedo. He's got it in the box. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball under the hands. So, a couple strikeouts sandwiched around the Devers hit, and here comes Tristan Casas. Subaru of New England's scoreboard. Yankees hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. And they trail 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Tristan. Pitch. Swing and foul back to the screen. What a tough matchup this is for him. But this is part of the process. Alex Cora wants him to see left-handed pitching.
That was a good swing right there. The sinker just got under his barrel a touch. That was a really aggressive swing. Would not be surprised Soto tries to spin a slider up there after that cut.
Devers at first, 2 down in the 8th inning. 3-0 Sox. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a slider. Good call, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that good of a balanced swing. That just tells the pitcher, all right, that's exactly what he's looking for. Now I'm going to give him something he's not looking for.
How about the Atlanta Braves? They're 0-6 and in L.A. tonight. Mookie is so hot to start the year. 0-2 is outside. Maybe all of us should lose 20 pounds and see what happens.
Whew. I could use it.
Not even close.
The Braves, they lose Fried, they lose Morton, that Reynaldo Lopez now having arm issues. Their pitching just falling apart.
They're still loaded on the player's side. 1-2. Very close. Casas did not go. 2-2.
Got banged for steroids or PEDs. It's been a tough start for them.
Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Yankees 3-1 to start the season. Phillies lead the Rockies 2-1 in the top of the 7th. In the city of brotherly love, 2-2. Soto throws. Wings and loops, went into right center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Raffy rounds second. He'll easily head for third. Mullins bobbles it. Devers is over to third. It's a knock for Casas. And the Red Sox have him at the corners with 2 down in the 8th.
This who you went up right here. You get a good lefty on right matchup for Trevor Story, and he's 3 for 3. He's hit the ball hard all over the place today.
So here we go. We'll see if Brandon Hyde lets him face Soto. Yeah, the Oriole bullpen is quiet. Trevor homered in the 2nd, singled to right in the 4th, and singled to left in the 6th. Here he is in the 8th. At the corners looking for insurance. Soto sets. He throws, and Trevor swings and misses at a big slider in its own. Ten hits for the Sox, 3 for the Orioles against Garrett Crochet. 0-1. Trevor cues it off the end of the bat foul inside the first base line. And it's 0-2. If the Red Sox can hold on here, so many things in this game will lift their spirits. Devers, Story, Crochet, Campbell. 0-2 to Trevor. He calls for time. Set on Rafaela has an RBI hit. Devers at third, Casas at first. 0-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. He could not hold up, and a fastball up and away. He couldn't believe it. He hates the call from Edwin Moscoso at first, but they say he went around and the inning is over. Crochet coming back to the mound. He's pounding a weighted ball against the dugout wall right now. The pig to the hill right after this. 3-0 Sox of the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Discover your potential to transform lives with a meaningful career as a dental assistant, nursing assistant, behavioral health case manager, and many other options. Explore career and educational opportunities at caringcareers.ri.gov.
First pitch of the bottom of the 8th inning, thrown by Garrett Crochet, popped foul into the first base side. It's a testament to how efficient and great he's been. That in his second start, he's pitching in the 8th inning. Next one down and in with a fastball, and it's 1-1.
Fastball still jumping out of his hand here. 94 pitches into the... He's locked in.
Looks like Justin Slayton's thrown out there in the pad. 1-1 is Lowe. This is the bottom third of the order, where he's have Urias, Mateo, and then Mullins due up. 7, 8, 9. 2-1. Crochet throws on a line drive into left center field. Long run for Rafaela. He will not get there. Does a good job cutting it off on the first hop. Throws on a dime to second base. So Urias a leadoff hit, and decision time for Alex Cora.
Yeah, I'm thinking Slayton probably for Westberg at the top of the lineup. So Crochet's probably got these next two guys to try to get through this inning. See if he can get a ground ball double play.
96 pitches. His second start with the Red Sox. Mateo in. Pitch popped up. Foul side of first. Casas watches it sail into the seats. You know, the extension makes so much sense for the Red Sox, and today is a perfect example of why, because you're no longer nervous about what will happen on the mound. You've got him for the next 6 years. 0-1. Pitch is just outside, very close. 1-1.
Oh, and by the way, the kid Christian Campbell's showing out as well.
Just let it be known. If anybody wants to offer me big bucks, I'll probably have the best broadcast of my life tomorrow. 1-1 pitch. A beauty on the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Nice little backdoor cutter right there to take it to 1-2. Now you can take that inside, try to get in on the hands, get that weak ground ball.
3-0 Red Sox. Double play depth behind him in this bottom of the 8th. The pitch. Line drive into center field, but right at Rafaela. He takes 4 steps back, freezes, and makes the play. And there's one away. 100 pitches thrown by Crochet. And again, this just goes to show how much the Red Sox trust him. This is his second full season as a starter, and they're just letting him go.
Of course, big, strong guy, and his stuff hasn't dipped at all here late in the game. The velo's there, the pitch shape, the command.
So here now Cedric Mullins, 1 on, 1 out. The pitch is foul on the first base side. Might have broken his bat. He did. So he'll get some new lumber, torpedo or not.
See, if they had just put his barrel right above his hands right there, that would have been a great piece of hitting.
Can you imagine that bat?
They have training bats that look like that,
4 inches away from the knob, there's the sweet spot.
I was telling you earlier, I was with Lowe, and I said, look, I needed a torpedo bat, but it was just like the entire bat was a barrel.
Yeah, like
because I used the whole thing.
Like those plastic wiffle ball bats you teach your kids to hit with.
With Mark McGuire one, remember that?
0-1, the pitch is a ground ball toward third, backhanded by Bregman, a second for 1. Relay to first, in time, double play. 8 shutout innings for Garrett Crochet, and the Red Sox will go to the 9th inning in Baltimore, leading it 3-0 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Radio Network.
Whether you're headed to Fenway, the beach, the mountains, or just cruising around Boston, it's always better in a Ford SUV. Like Ford Explorer, our most popular model, with seating for 7. And check out Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, both equipped with GOAT modes to handle any kind of terrain you run into. Check out our whole family of award-winning SUVs at your New England Ford dealers, proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
It's breakfast time at the McGee Manor, folks. Jenny goes in for the oat milk.
Dad.
Ooh, a rare spill from McGee.
Jimmy, he's doing it again.
Jimmy steps up to the plate. Will it be a clean sweep?
It's baseball season, isn't it? Perfect.
He goes for a hash brown, and that tater is gone.
Along with my appetite.
New season, same spirit, on and off the field. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, experts, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlaneEnergy.com.
What if you could hear favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at NissanUSA.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Orioles will leave Gregory Soto in because Wilyer Abreu leads it off. And again, more trust from Alex Cora. He'll face the lefty Will Abreu. And, of course, in a 3-run lead, want to keep the defense in for Abreu. So he'll see Soto. Then Campbell and Wong are due up. Red Sox bullpen is going with Aroldis Chapman. How about Garrett Crochet? Fired up when that double play was turned. Pitch to Wilyer, fouled off on the third base side for strike 1. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. 18,146, nearly 23,000 fewer than yesterday. The 0-1. Abreu takes a strike on the outside corner.
You know, Willie, I'm just sitting here thinking about the things we're saying. Inning-ending double play started by Alex Bregman. Crochet goes 8 innings. Chapman warming up to close this thing down. Such a big change from last year.
No doubt. 0-2. Did he go around? No. He checked his swing and a slider. And it's 1-2. And you know that in the offseason, as he sort of crammed, this is everything Craig Breslow thought about.
Of course. Supplement the young talent you have with veteran leadership and go win now.
1-2 the pitch. High and outside, a fastball. 2-2. Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. Find a location at crispycrunchy.com. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That is a really good take by Abreu. Tough slider. Ball 3-2.
Any reads that aren't food because I am starving. I had a hot dog pregame.
Well, our good friend Nino Germano, I'm just kind of texting and forth with him. He owns the wonderful La Scala here. The 3-2 fouled off. I aired this week because we were in Mexico, and I texted him. We had an evening off Monday, day off yesterday. I said, are you open Monday or Tuesday? He said, sadly, we are not. And I said, well, we can do Wednesday. Abreu. Nobody out in the top of the ninth. 3-0 Sox. The pitch. Swing and a foul. But we were in Mexico, and when I was looking at the schedule, it said we played at 4:30. So I made an 8:30 reservation for us.
The old time change gotcha.
It's going to be a crunch for us to make it to La Scala in time. And it will be so sad if we can't. 3-2 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. Willier fouls it back. They have, I think, my favorite pasta dish on planet Earth.
Okay, tell me more.
Which is seafood pasta. It's got lobster and crab and shrimp, and it's got a vodka sauce in linguine.
It's my love language.
I have no idea what mine is. 3-2 to Abreu. Soto throws, and Willier takes a ball down and in. He walks to lead off the ninth inning. You'd figure that'll do it for Soto. As the Red Sox looking to pad the lead, Abreu walks for the 7th time this year. His on base continues to climb. And here's the kid, Christian Campbell.
It's like Soto's staying in here for him as well.
Chapman throwing for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Christian. Up and away, ball 1.
I've just come to expect, even in the small sample size of Christian Campbell, loud contact, especially when a lefty's on the bump.
1-0. Double play depth behind him. The pitch. Swing and a foul. That was a violent hack. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. And in and one. I think unless the Red Sox score 6 or 7 runs here, Alex will go to Chapman. He hasn't thrown since opening day. 2 doubles and a ground out for Campbell. 1-1. The pitch. Campbell takes low, a sinker, and it's 2-1. His feel for the strike zone is crazy.
He just doesn't really flinch. It's like ball out of the hand, this statue takes it.
2-1 with Willier at first. Here's the pitch. And he swings there. He was going for the downs. He got a cutter in under the hands, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Soto has that really hard sinking fastball that works away from right-handed batters. That's what Campbell was looking for, and it cut in on his hands.
Not seeing many swings from him like that at all. 2-2, the pitch. Swinging a shot down the left field line, but foul. Balanced again, and it stays 2-2.
Soto has not shown him that four-seam fastball since, I believe, the first pitch of the at-bat. Everything into him, which he's hit the ball so well to right field. Why would you pitch him away?
He's squaring everything up. 2-2. Pitch. Swinging a little pop-up foul on the first base side. Now to play.
Yeah, pounding him in with the four-seam there.
Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. 2-2 to Campbell. Hitting a cool .421 with an OPS of 1311. The 2-2, no. Instead of throw over to first. This wouldn't be the worst spot for him, but he had almost no lead over at first.
Yeah, Soto seems to kind of be a reader. When I say that, I mean he brings his leg up and it doesn't cross over, so if the runner goes, he can go to first.
2-2. Swing and a foul. Pretty good pitch to handle, but right back to the screen. This is a spot to me, yeah, you want to get aggressive, and it does not mean that Abreu won't run, but he's so fast with Campbell's ability to hit for extra base power. He could easily score from first on a gap shot. 2-2. Billy leading, not going. The pitch is popped up on the left side of the infield. He lost the bat on the swing. Mateo, the shortstop, into shallow left field. He's there to make the play. Campbell basically just threw the bat at the ball, and there's one away.
Well, you know, he's finding ways with 2 strikes against good arms to still put the ball in play, which we did not see a whole lot of last season. Need more of that.
Now, even though it's the left-hander on the mound in Soto, I think Abreu may gamble here. You got Connor Wong up with one out. Bigger lead for Willier. The pitch is low and away. All this depends on whether or not the Sox have a read on Soto and his sequences coming home or over to first.
Yeah, and they probably like the matchup better here for Wong facing the lefty and Soto.
1-0. The pitch is down and in. That would have been a good pitch to run on. Good save there by Rutschman, and it is 2-0.
This could be a spot for Cora also thinking, all right, we're up 3. I want Wong have a good at bat here, get a good feel, get a good pitch to hit, and facing the lefty, maybe he sees the ball just a little bit better. Be another reason to let him hit.
I beg your pardon, this is Cionel Perez. So they made the change to a different lefty.
That was sneaky.
3-0 Red Sox. The pitch is outside to Wong, and that is ball 3. That was one of the hard-throwing lefties in the whole sport.
Well, it's what happens when Rob Bradford's up here bothering us in between innings. Can't pay attention to the game.
He's the one who just tipped me off to it. 3-0 is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. I think if you have any kind of read at all, you send Abreu here. Wong waits. 3-1. Not going. The pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-2. Cedon is out on deck. 3-0 Red Sox in the top of the 9th.
Probably get a pickoff here. Attempt.
The pitch is down and in. Ball 4. So the second walk of the inning. And now Chris Holt, the Orioles pitching coach, is going to come out and talk things over before Rafaela comes to the plate.
Yeah, scratching a run here would be huge for the Boston Red Sox.
Chris Holt is not afraid at all to visit the mound. Interesting that both Wong and Abreu go to the dugout during this quick visit to the mound.
I haven't seen that one before.
I mean, this is not a pitching change. They're both going over to, what, watch video on Perez's moves or what?
I mean, Wong's not going to get a pickoff attempt at first with the base runner Abreu ahead of him at second base. I don't know. That one stumped me.
Maybe just to put it in the mind of the Orioles. As is, what a chance here for Cedon. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on goosebumps. So, both Abreu and Wong have walked. They lead at first and second. And here is Cedon, the pitch. Way high and outside. Perez is off tonight. Can't find the zone, and it's 1-0.
As bad as Rafaela wants to swing, make him throw you a strike. See a strike here.
I think he's thinking total bush right here.
Shocking.
1-0. The pitch is high. He does take. That's impressive patience there, and it's 2-0.
I think he's taking a strike because Cedon didn't even flinch at that.
He did such a good job of that in spring training.
Now 2-0, you're looking for in a perfect baseball-sized spot for your pitch.
2 on, 1 out. The pitch is low, and Perez can't throw a strike right now. It is 3-0. Is this a straight take for Rafaela?
Give me the statue. Yes, nothing. Don't even close your eyes.
Abreu at second, Wong at first. 1 out with Duran on deck. 3-0. The pitch is outside, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded for Jarren Duran.
And you won't, even with the walk, I doubt you see a pitching change because of the left-on-left matchup here.
Left fielder number 16.
So now this becomes a really fascinating spot for Duran because he can't throw a strike, right. But you know Duran might be thinking, he's got to come in.
These are actually really tough at bats because you're like, all right, I want to be aggressive in my zone, but he's all over the place.
Base is loaded. The pitch. He is inside for a ball, and now it changes even more for Duran. He has missed for 9 of his last 12 pitches as Cionel Perez. It is 1-0 to Duran. The pitch is taken for a strike, taking all the way, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you just have to see one there.
Duran is 0 for 4, but loud contact a couple of times. 1-1, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Duran swings and misses. That was a great slider, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, it's such a brutal at bat because you watch what he does to the guys before you, and now he's just painting pitches on you after not being able to sniff the zone.
Duran is 2 for 6 against this pitcher. Bases loaded, 1-2. Raffy on deck. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball that could be 2 to second. Over for 1. Relay to first. In time, and an inning-ending double play. Cionel Perez made the pitch he absolutely had to have. So buckle up. Time for Aroldis. 3-0 Sox. Bottom 9 in Baltimore next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode. So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Aroldis Chapman is on for the Red Sox. He pitched on opening day in the 8th inning. And now trying to get his first save in a Red Sox uniform. It is 3-0 Boston. And Chapman, see the top of the Orioles order. Westberg, Rutschman, and O'Neill. A hard hit ball by Jarren Duran, but a routine 4-6-3 double play after the 3 walks from Perez. Here we go with Aroldis. The pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. You know, pretty much right away with Chapman, that was 100 miles an hour, a little bit low.
Yeah, and I've liked the version of Chapman we saw halfway through camp until his last outing of him pitching at 96 and throwing more strikes.
1-0. The pitch is ripped into left field. Duran over and to his right. He will get there on the run and make the play. A top spin line drive, and there's one away.
A very good read by Jarren Duran. Good first step. Got to that one before it found grass.
The Red Sox outfield defense is exceptional. What a big win this be for Boston. Garrett Crochet was awesome for 8 shutout innings. Now Adley Rutschman to face Chapman. Outfield just a step towards right. Rutschman batting right against the hard-throwing lefty Chapman, who misses way high and outside. That was again 100. And he overthrew it for a ball.
Now we saw it, man. When he is at 95 to 97, he just commands the fastball so much better.
1-0 to Adley Rutschman. The pitch. Inside, he yanked that one. And it's 2-0. This is going to be the Aroldis Chapman experience for Red Sox fans. He can be lights out and totally dominant. But when he loses it, it can get a little nervy. 2-0, the pitch. That's in there. And again, he took a little something off, of course, 90 an hour.
I call that a reach. See, he took a little off.
It was so dialed in. Would it be nice to take it off and throw 99? The 2-1, another strike on the outside corner, 97 there, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, I just think, and it's tough to face a guy who, look, 96 and 97 is still really hard to hit, but then knowing a guy can reach back and has a 102 in his back pocket with 2 strikes, it changes how you approach an at-bat.
He's got a nasty slider. 3-0 Red Sox. 1 out, bottom 9. Chapman throws. And he misses inside. That was 99. Up and in to Rutschman. And it is 3-2. Hadley's seen Chapman 3 times hitless with 2 walks as Kyle will pay a visit to the mound.
Yeah, and that was just trying to get on the same page. All just shook him off 3 times there. And it's better just to go out at this point and say, hey, what are you thinking? So I don't have to keep hitting buttons back here. It used to be putting fingers down. I don't know if you remember those days.
Truly digital. This is their second time working together in a real live game, so I love the decision to go out and just understand. 3-2, bases empty with 1 away. Chapman throws, and he misses down and in with a slider. So that's what he wanted to throw. He missed with it. And a 1-out walk to Adley Rutschman.
I was actually thinking along with Chapman there, thinking 3-2 off speed. He hadn't thrown a changeup yet this year. It's been all fastball and sliders here in his first 2 outings of 2025. I was thinking changeup there just because Rutschman had seen so many 99, 100-mile-per-hour fastballs.
So here now Tyler O'Neill, who's always scary. Not yet the tying fastball inside corner for strike 1. Tyler has never faced Aroldis Chapman. That's amazing. Getting along, both of them have been around. Tyler, a 4-hit day yesterday. The 1 swing and a miss. Got him with 98, and it's 0-2. O'Neill today 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Will this be the time for the first Chapman splitter here? 0-2. Sets at his letters. He throws. And a check swing. High fastball at 99. O'Neill did not go around. It's 1-2.
Can always tell when a batter is uncomfortable when they're check swinging at a ball 4 feet above the zone. Right? You have to gear up because it's not just the gas, it's the extension. He's so close to the plate when he lets go of the ball.
1-2. 1 down in the ninth. The 3-run Red Sox lead. The pitch fouled off. He was geared up for that one. So a slider ready for heat. He yanks it outside the third base line.
I love a split down the way right here. I do. But at the same time, it's like Aroldis Chapman, you can just blow his doors off if you want to.
Well, and that's what makes it so uncomfortable right here. 1-2. Chapman is ready. Long set. He throws. And he misses up and away with a fastball at 100. And it's 2-2.
That's something the Sox have lacked to the past few years, is a guy coming out of the pen just throwing fuego. So important in today's game.
Huge point of emphasis for Craig Breslow this offseason. The 2-2. Swinging a chopper foul. Outside of third.
That was the split there.
For those of you who don't speak Spanish, fuego means fire.
Thank you for the translation, Will. Gracias.
De nada. 2-2 with 1 down in the bottom of the ninth. 3-0 Red Sox. Chapman is ready. He throws. O'Neill takes strike 3. Top of the zone. Slider. And the Red Sox are an out away from a win.
That's so frustrating. Tyler O'Neill's walking back on. What am I supposed to do? Guy's throwing 100. That starts above the zone. It's a slider that just barely catches the top of the zone. You can't swing at that.
Gets the job done. And for now, keeps the tying run on deck. In Mountcastle. 2 down. Bottom 9. Chapman is ready. He throws, swing and a miss. Another great slider, and it's 0-1.
That's the thing with Chappie is his off-speed doesn't have to be good. It just has to be okay and located below the zone because these guys are going to gear up for 100.
0-1. Mountcastle, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at a slider in the dirt, and the Sox are a strike away.
Mountcastle known to be a fastball ambusher. There you go. I'd throw 100, but guess what? Here's 2 sliders in the dirt for you.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Backed up on the infield. Aroldis Chapman is ready. He throws. Swinging a ground ball to second. Christian Campbell fittingly has it. Throws to first. Ball game over. Losing streak over. The Red Sox get everything they needed tonight from Garrett Crochet, Campbell, and Story, and they win it 3-0 here in Baltimore. A chance for a series win. Tomorrow, it sure is nice to have an ace. The Nissan postgame show next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. It's Brian Green from the Commercial Break Podcast. It's likely you've heard of the show if you're directly related to me or you follow our MySpace page. But I'm not here to talk to those 3 listeners. I'm here to appeal to people who haven't heard the show. Along with my co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley, we're taking a deeper look at the topics that are affecting our youth today. Like, who are the people who are dating ghosts? Where did all these pickup artists come from? And why doesn't my preacher have a nicer private jet? We understand that these are the issues you really want to get to the bottom of. The Commercial Break is now available on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Back in Baltimore, the Red Sox beat the O's 3-0, and it turns out they only needed 2 players tonight. Garrett Crochet was awesome for 8 innings, and the man who joins us, Trevor Story, hit a homer in the second that holds up as the game winner. Trevor, so great to talk to you after a big win for the club on a big day for the franchise. You must be so relieved after all the work you put in the offseason to have such a big day at the plate.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, happy to see those 2 guys get extended, so deserving, and they're just great dudes. But yeah, back to the work in the offseason. It's been a kind of a rough ride, but getting back there at the end of the year was huge for me, and had a decent spring, so I'm feeling good about tonight.
Yeah, Trev, and just talk a little bit about this group and answering after a tough, few days. You had that day off to reset, but this is such a good group with veterans who've been there, done that. And now you guys just came out today and got it done.
Yeah, exactly. We have a great group. The guys love being together. We've gathered 2 nights in a row. I think it's great it's a great sign to see that we're sticking together even when it's, not so great. So it's a long season, man. I know everyone is, you don't want to get off to that kind of start, but, we got guys like Crochet running the ball out there. I think we're going to have a good chance.
So you said you gathered the last 2 nights in a row, which is always great when you're on the road and you guys can get together. But so did you make the kid pay a bill or anything last night? I know he might have known what was coming today.
Yeah. We got him pretty good. We held it up for pretty long. I think he was scared. AC took it down to the wire and then at the last second pulled it from him. So I love it. It was great, man. Really good at that. That was a good job by AC and everybody.
Trevor, it's so fun to be around this team, and you've been around this game long enough to know that they're just different feelings in clubhouses, and we've sensed it quite literally from the day we showed up in Fort Myers. We saw the reaction that everybody had when Rafi got his big hit today. Everybody's laughing every time Campbell does anything. Can you just sort of give us some insight into what makes this group tick so well together?
Yeah, I think we're just a confident group. We spend a lot of time away from the field with each other, but when we're at the field, we're talking ball. It's just a group of really good guys that love baseball, and I think that's a special thing. So the time spent together is enjoyed, and I think it matters a lot when you come to work with the people that you love and you like. So, even that makes it a little easier in the tough times.
Last one, Trevor, let's go celebrate the win. But what is it like to have Crochet on the mound, Bregman to your right, and it's just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, it's great, man. You can see Crochet, he's a stopper. He goes out there, we need a win, and he does what he does. And AB, man, he's got a lot of range over there. I told him we had to draw a line in that 5-6 hole. Like, you can't cross this line no more, man.
Yeah, you see what happens? You have to get him a face mask when he comes over there.
Yeah, so we got to set some boundaries with AB, but no, it's great, man. He's told him, go for everything, man. It was that's the way to do it. Love it.
Listen, Trevor, we have watched all the work you've put in. We know it has not been a fun 3 years for you with all the injuries, but anybody who's lucky enough to be around this team every day, we know the work you've put in, how much you care about this game, and so it's really fun. I know a lot of people in Boston are really happy for you on a night like tonight, so congrats and thanks for joining us, man.
I appreciate that, of course.
All right, that's Trevor's story. And, this was a big night on a lot of levels, Will. The Red Sox lock up their ace 2 days ago. Today they lock up one of their stars of the future. And then both of them prove why. And, Trevor was a huge part of this win tonight. He set the tone with that home run. It just felt like the weight was lifted. Rafi gets his first hit. Campbell 2 doubles. But, in a lot of ways, today is about Garrett Crochet.
It is. This is why you pay it. This is why you give up what you gave him. But to the first point of just scoring first when he's on the mound.
Yep.
It's like, all right, we score one, there's a good chance we win today.
Well, and he's kind of in that sort of FU mode from the moment he takes the mound. And you feel like once you get a run or two, that sort of even gets to another level.
Oh, yeah. It's like he kicks even into that last gear where he's like, oh, okay, now I'm going to go do my job because you guys did yours. Let's go get a dub.
It was such a complete team win. Christian Campbell signs the extension today. And sure enough, first AB, laser rocket down the right field line, double. Next time, double the other way. I know it's just a week, Will, but this kid is as advertised.
Of course. And really, big picture, we haven't seen really good baseball from this team yet this year. And today it was like, oh, this is what they can be, right? And then you have the Walker Buehler, you get Houck going, you get Giolito back, Bayo threw the ball well. It's like, this is a good baseball team. So don't get caught up in that losing streak. This is a good ball team. They're going to get going here soon.
I love what you said. Once Rafi ripped that double into right field, you feel like the season can start.
Oh, man, it's like the weight just melted off of everyone in that dugout. And it's like, all right, our guy's going to get going now. He just needed that one. And everyone who's played baseball for an extended amount of time, especially at this level, all it takes is one. We've seen it with several guys.
It's a long year. It's the 2nd of April. I'd be hard-pressed, Will, to think of a better day early in a season for any general manager. He locks up Campbell, Crochet. His new closer, Chapman, is dominant. This is one of those days that I think we'll look back at it and say this was one of the defining days of the Craig Breslow era.
Of course, but knowing Craig, having played with him and spent a lot of time with him, he's already turning the page and looking for the next thing he can do to make this organization better.
Well, that was really fun. And, this
winning is fun.
It is. And this is the kind of day, Brooksy, that when we left Fort Myers, we were expecting so many of them. And I think it's a credit to Alex Cora, to Craig Breslow, but to the leaders on this team, whether they're Story or Crochet or Bregman. The heartbeat of this group has not changed.
It's okay to face adversity early, right? Because it kind of kicks you into gear and gets you locked in a little bit more. And you never want to lose 4 straight. You never want to start off the way they started off this season. But there can be positives to take away from that because they had to find out who they were quick.
How much better will the post-game spread taste for Devers tonight?
Oh, my gosh. You kidding me? In those other games, I guarantee he's not even eating. He's so angry and frustrated with himself. He's going in there now and he's like, okay, now we go.
Hopefully it continues. We got a chance for our first catch-up tomorrow. The Red Sox have a chance at a series win here in Baltimore, and why not? You got Tanner Houck against Charlie Morton. Tanner was good. I wouldn't say great in his first start, but he's the kind of guy, Will, that knowing that a series is on the line, he usually rises to the challenge.
Yeah, and he's going to ride the momentum of tonight and what Crochet did, because these starters, when we've seen it in the past, we saw it some last year, they love to compete with each other, and he's going to try to go up there and one-up them, which will be really tough to do.
It's a really cool thing on a pitching staff when you get that, when they're all just trying to match one another. Tristan Casas right now is in the dugout, kicking the mud out of his own spikes on the third base side, because why not, right?
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I need to play better if I'm going to let someone else clean my spikes for me.
Hey,
right?
I love it.
I respect it.
He'll be in there tomorrow, you would figure, against the right-hander ground chuck, Charlie Morton. The Red Sox end the O's at 1:05, which means you can hear the Mass Mutual pregame show beginning at 12:05. Pat Lanny and Joe Braverman back at the studios at WEEI, and Will Middlebrooks. I'm Will Fleming saying Will Middlebrooks' dreams come true all the time, and the Red Sox win it 3-0.
See what happens tonight.
We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon.